Hello, everybody. Welcome to the next session of All Quiet on the Serisian Front. Before we get into the session, let's go ahead and give one, maybe, of our players an opportunity for a point of inspiration with a recap.
Do you want me to do it, AJ, or do you want to start? Me?
No, you got it. Yeah, that's good.
Sure. So we open with we are still fighting the remnants of this big horde that's taken us like 3 sessions to fight. We're just at the top of the map. We've got the beacon in sight. We know we need to destroy it, or else it's just gonna keep raising dead. And if any undead get in its radius, it's going to use them to heal itself. It took a bunch of damage from the barrage, but there is enough undead around it that it's absorbing their life or unlife essence to keep itself maintained. So Bells pitches, hey, I have Regal on. I've done this before, and so has Zed. Let me try to take it over. How hard could it be? So we are fending off the remaining undead, trying to keep them from the radius of the beacon, and finally we get close enough that Bells tries to take it over. And it's basically instantaneous, because this guy, whoever is leading these forces, at large, is waiting for us because he remembered us from the last 2 times we've done this. And basically, as soon as he makes contact with Bells, when she connects to the beacon, he slurps her soul right out and uses her as a mouthpiece to the rest of the group to say, you know, you've been a bit of trouble, but I like that tenacity. How about you guys work for me? And I'll let you live. Basically, you can spend the rest of your days benefiting from protection. But, you know, the rest of Ceres is going to get razed to the ground. But at least you'll be alive. And the consensus was, with Selena's bullet to the conduit Bell's chest, no sale. After that, he leaves Bells, just kind of drops her puppet body onto the ground. And the beacon crumbles as well as soon as he departs. And the undead are felled as well, so Bells is dead! Oh no, who could have seen that coming? The group kind of tries to figure out what happened and has their brief moment of mourning, but we're still in an active combat zone, so we have to keep moving. And so we do keep moving for a little bit, and then we find a new character. Weird. Just happen to have that one ready and on hand. They find, or I think Zed spots, a halfling in some rubble, basically, and calls everybody to a stop to see what's going on here. And this person's clearly alive. And she says that she was dropped by a gloomstalker, and when her crew, her group, were in this area, they were being pursued very harshly by undead forces and had to leave her behind. But one of them, her commander, threw a cloak over her, an elven kind cloak, and she hid there for 2 straight days and couldn't move because both of her legs were broken when she fell. And hooray, the Brahma spotted her, so they healed her up with a restoration potion, which did a lot of good for her injuries, and she could walk again, although she's still pretty injured. And they spent some time getting to know each other because Scalda introduced herself as a paladin, and that was a very weird thing to hear in a world that has not known a god in a long time. So there was a bit of an interrogation, and Scalda said that her god was the last one, the only one that chose not to leave. And when asked why he hadn't made himself known prior to this, she said that he's working on it. But he's only one guy, and he can only reach so far, but he needs worshippers for his strength to grow. And that's partly why she joined the army, to spread his word. And also to fight the undead, which is a problem no matter who you serve in this country. After that, everybody got back in the Brahma. We continued on a little bit until we decided to camp for the night. And that rest, we laid Bells to rest. And while they were just going to burn her, Scalda convinced everybody that they should let her do the last rites of her faith. Because although they were kind of iffy on whether Bells would have even wanted that, Scalda made the pitch that if there's even a chance that my god is real, wouldn't you want her soul to see an afterlife? And that seemed to be enough, because at worst, it would do nothing, right? So she did her burial rites, or her consecration rites, and then lit the body on a pyre, and it seems like her god appeared in that moment to take her soul to some sort of rest, right? And everybody seemed to gauge that they're not sure what a god looks like. They've never seen one themselves, but that could be a god, maybe. And then watches started. We were only on the first watch. It was with Ricky and Scalda, and they had a nice conversation. And by nice, I mean it was fun to listen to, but it was a very hard conversation. Because Ricky has a bone to pick with Divinity because of all of the tragedy that she has seen in her life and all of the good people who have died and shouldn't have, or, you know, if there was going to be a divine intervention, it should have been for these people who deserved it. But Scalda's response was, you know, I'm sorry, I'm working on it, but I'm my God's divine instrument here and now. I'm an answered prayer in some way. So I hope I can convince you of that. But Ricky still seems pretty unsure of the matter, if hesitant. And then after that, we heard some movement and noticed some undead tromping by across the bridge. And Scalda snuffed the fire, but it seems like they may have been alerted to our presence. And that's where we left off.
Well done. It is in that moment we're going to go ahead and move the scene to the moment in question. Scalda and Ricky, you both are below this arched bridge, looking up, and you hear the scuffing of footsteps. You do also see the looming form of the enormous Minotaur skeleton. You would recognize that form anywhere. You see its head just cresting over the ledge above you. When, Scalda, you see, seemingly investigating the smoke plume, a soldier suddenly appears over the edge of the bridge. And in this moment, Scalda and Ricky, we need to roll initiative. As you have
everybody will wake up soon.
Seen.
We've been made.
Anybody who needs to complete a short rest can do so. You've slept that long. Go ahead and do that. Otherwise, it's time to boogie.
Terrible roll. Oof, ouch.
That is awful, yes.
But I have 4 inspos. I'm not going to use them here. I just want you to know that's the most inspos I've ever had for one character.
Oh boy.
So give me time to read my stuff.
Right. New character, who dis?
Uh-huh.
Class, Sal, I need you guys to roll initiative, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought since we were asleep that we would not be part of the combat yet. I apologize.
On your turn, you'll have an opportunity at the beginning of your turn to realize combat is happening unless someone wakes you up.
All right.
The 2 people asleep rolled much better in initiative.
Okay, one moment. Okay, so Zed is unconscious. I'm going to roll for him. Okay. Zed somehow stirs. Hold on, I'm going to click short rest for him. Zed is prone, but awake, and he, groggily looks up and sees this soldier peering over the side of the bridge, and is now aware that you guys are... The cover's blown. Zed says something remarkably cool, and is going to launch an Eldritch Blast at that soldier.
Like your shit.
He is at disadvantage because he's prone. Which misses. He will then stand up. And then do it again, because I'm an idiot. Not my character. Who does? That hits. What?
Nothing.
I rolled a 1 on damage. So he takes 6 points of damage. He's going to push him back 10 feet. Zed will then use his bonus action to move through Selina's square, kicking Selina in the head on accident.
Ow.
You are no longer unconscious, Selina. But you are prone.
10-4.
Ren, roll me perception at disadvantage.
Yay.
I didn't expect you to be going second.
I rolled really well, of course. Disadvantage.
You need to beat a 10.
Wow.
Oh.
An 8. Okay. Well,
So that one was a
unfortunately, yeah, that's how it goes. Unfortunately, Ren, you are asleep, snoozing soundly. Aaron's turn. Aaron will roll a perception at disadvantage. Aaron is snoozing soundly.
Jeez.
Selina, it is now your turn. You are conscious.
Hi.
You hear, and do you speak Undercommon?
Let me check.
Wundercommon.
Yes.
You hear in Undercommon from atop the bridge, "We found the Brahma. Get word."
No.
That's what you hear.
Selena kind of stares upward for a second, and she groans. Ugh. And then
You see Aaron and Ren are unconscious. Do you stand up?
I will stand up. So when you use prestidigitation
Uh-huh.
to
An action.
do a sound effect, it says you can do fate musical notes.
Yeah.
How fate are fate musical notes?
Like someone might assume that what they're hearing is just like in their imagination. You suspect that your action would be better spent like making a noise or throwing a rock or,
Yeah.
you know, not on a cantrip.
Got it. I understand.
Okay.
Let
me put it this way. If you were trying to use a musical note to wake up Ren, he'd have to roll a perception of 15.
Okay, that's basically what I want to do is like fucking blow Reveille, but I don't have a horn, so I guess I'll
That's
just
true.
shout.
You could just bang on your shield. Or shoot your pistol.
Yeah, I think I'll shoot my pistol because then I'm shooting at a bad
Yeah,
guy
that
and
works.
And waking people up at
theoretically
the same
wake
time.
people up. It's almost like magic can't solve all my problems.
Unfortunately, yes.
So I will, I guess, move so that I can get a clear shot.
Yeah, you climb up the embankment, you see all of them.
Good lord. Well, I guess I'll just shoot.
Eeny,
This one.
meeny, miny, mo. Okay.
Yeah.
You shoot the zombie. All right, so make an attack with your pistol.
Bum, 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 bum.
Or a rifle. Either one. I don't
Yeah,
care.
it looks like it. It looks like I'm using. the noise is well, especially since I rolled shit.
13.
Well, it's a 13.
Well, it hits because it's a zombie and they're not very fast.
Right.
Go ahead and roll damage. Echoing through the night. Let me roll.
Blam.
You all just hear this of a gunshot. Ren and Aaron are immediately awoken. Ren, you just, you're almost startled away by the blast of a rifle. What the nine hells? As Aaron wakes up.
This is your wake-up call.
I'm awake!
We are under attack.
Oh, shit!
That's my turn.
Okay. It's now the soldier's turn. This one's going to run down. Selena, you're right there. He's going to reach over the edge and stab you with a spear.
It seems likely, yeah.
Or he's going to try. Does a 15 hit?
It does not.
How about... I'm trying again. Does a 16 hit?
Nope.
Okay.
Woohoo!
He tried. He's going to follow up and shield bash you.
He's doing his best.
Okay. That's a natural 20. For
Well,
a shield
that'll
It's
bash.
just a shield.
Do you want an inspiration for that? I have
No,
two.
I'm gonna. It's okay.
just a
Keep those.
shield. Come on.
Okay, so that's 11 points of bludgeoning damage. And I need you to make a strength saving throw.
And a broken nose.
Not my pretty nose. Sorry, you said 11 points?
Yeah, and a strength save, please.
Okay.
He's trying to shove you back down the embankment.
That'll be fun for all of us. My strength save is hilarious.
10. Okay. Yeah, you are knocked
Minus
prone.
2.
You stumble down the embankment, which was about 15 feet. And you plong, clatter against the side of the Brahma and are prone.
It's very loud. My goal of making loud things happen has definitely been accomplished.
Yep.
As my magic breastplate clangs against the Brahma.
The soldier then drops down and is in melee with you, Selena, and then is aware of everyone else in the party. This next soldier is going to run up next to the embankment. Ricky, he sees you and he sees Ren is prone next to you. He's going to move into melee with both, and he's performing a called shot with his glaive, which is a straight roll on Ren and a disadvantage roll on Ricky. As he's trying to slash both of yous. Ren! That's a 25 to hit. That absolutely hits.
Yep.
But you're awake. You
Wait,
could...
Is he doing melee or is he doing ranged?
He's using
I
a
missed that
glaive.
part. Okay, never mind. Sorry.
Okay, so the glaive is gonna slash through both of you. Ren, you take 12 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then Ricky, this is a disadvantage on you because it's called shot. That doesn't hit any of you. That's a 9.
9.
All right, he's going to do it again. Straight roll on Ren. 19 to hit.
19. That he will shield.
Okay.
Last one spot.
And then the disadvantage shot on... Okay, Ricky, does a 17 hit you? Okay, well, this has been delightful. He's then going to follow up. And he's going to just boop you in the nose with the haft of his polearm. Ricky. Straight roll.
Boop me.
Yep, right in the snoot. Natural 20.
Oh my god, a crit
He's been
boop.
booped.
Yeah.
But my question is, he booped me in the nose, but I do have adamantine
So it just hits.
armor.
It's not a crit.
Does that help me with my nose boop? Okay.
I mean, it still boops you in the nose. It's just not a
Yeah.
critical boop.
Critical boop. Who needs a critical roll when you have critical boop?
That is 7 points of bludgeoning damage to your snoot.
Okay.
Your snoot. Oh no.
Snoot booped.
I can't roll anything unless it's the 1d4 attacks, apparently. Ricky, you're up. It's your turn.
You said it was 7.
7.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm sitting on temporary hit points, but that still exists, or did that go away with the rest?
No, it was food temp hit points, so those stay until you lose
Okay,
them.
cool. Okay, I'm ready. I'm angry that I've been booped, and so,
Booping has to be done with consent.
yeah. But I'm gonna ignore him because, well, I don't know. This dude is gonna be the one I get first. I'm going to rage. So I'll say a couple of things to myself under my breath. Hairs kind of sprout, tail comes out, and then I'm gonna just whop him. With my longsword, because it's super cool.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I will do it reckless. I'm angry. I wanted to have a good night's sleep.
Thank you.
Okay, 24 certainly hits.
Okay.
Nice.
19.
Plus another 2. So 21.
21 points of damage. The
Oh,
one
yeah,
on
plus
booped
my
you, yeah?
rage.
Pretty heckin' good.
No, the one, I think I'm going to do the one closer to Selena.
Okay.
I think that was the non-booper.
Yeah, it was. He was not the one who booped
So
you.
stab number 1, I'm going to just come back and stab number 2.
As you bring it back, you hear, oh, they taste right foul.
Ooh, good roll.
Yeah, that certainly hits again. 14 points of
16.
slashing.
16.
Okay. Got it. I don't need it in stereo. 16 points of damage.
Sorry.
Got it. Okay.
That's my turn.
Okay. And you are raging now, yeah?
Yes.
It's now the Minotaur skeleton's turn. With
howdy.
his 10 feet of range, he's going to thunder down the embankment. Yeah, he's just going to do the same thing. He's going to do a cleave with his great axe, and he has a straight roll on both he is, because you reckless, and he is prone. Ren, you're shielded,
Yep.
yeah?
Yep, 23.
All right, that's just a dirty 20 to hit. That doesn't hit. Ricky. That's a 25 to hit. That absolutely hits.
Yeah, I mean, it should be a van, or,
It's a straight
He had
roll because I'm
disadvantage,
calling
okay.
shot. Don't worry about it. I got you.
sorry.
Okay, Ricky, that is 26
Where are they
points of
aiming
slashing
with
damage.
these called shots?
26? Half?
He's
okay.
cleaving. So they're using heavy weapons. As I've described before, they are using their heavy weapons to slash through multiple people as you are adjacent to each other.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So yeah, that's
So
half. It's
13.
just straight slashing.
Yep.
Go ahead.
I got you.
And then Ren's second to slash. Actually, it's going to go the other way, so I guess I'll swing Ricky first. Not that it matters. Ricky, that's a miss. Don't worry about it. Ren. 22 to hit. Your shield is a lifesaver.
Yep.
Okay, that's the Minotaur Skeleton's turn. It's now the zombie, one of them's turn. This
Jesus,
one-
all the zombies are faster than me.
Yeah, you rolled real bad.
I was crippled
this
in
zombie-
a Gloomstalker drop.
Is going to, like, lurch over the bridge and fall onto Selena.
Oh no.
So Selena, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as a greater zombie just tips itself over the side of the bridge and tries to land on you.
Well, that's
Terrifying.
slightly better than my strength save, but
That's good. You need to beat an 8.
well,
You did it.
I beat an 8.
You beat an 8. It lands on the...
A little-
It just lands on the side of the Brahma next to you, and then is going to slash at you with its claws.
I see.
I'm sorry, it's a slam. I've misdescribed. It's going to try and punch you with its claws. You're prone. It is prone. You're both... It's a straight roll.
It's a weird laying down slap fight.
Yeah. That is a 15 to hit.
Nope.
Yep, I figured. And now it's going to try again. I'm going to use a different die. Okay,
I'm gonna-
that's a 21 to hit.
Yes, that'll hit.
All right. You take
I'm gonna
some...
pet this cat.
That's great. You take
The
5 points
architect
of bludgeoning
of
damage
discovery.
and 12 points of necrotic damage.
Okay, so 6. So 11.
11.
Yeah.
That's his turn. Scaldo, you're up.
Hooray! Okay.
You
just
were
a question.
alert and standing as all this started to happen.
And I'm still slowest to the draw. So how deep is this? Is this that she's in? Is there like a scaling she has to do to go this way?
Okay, the bridge is 20 feet up. This cliff edge here is about 8 feet above you.
Okay, that's okay. So first, she is going to use a spell to cast Fire Shield on herself.
Okay.
So she now has bright light out to 10 and dim light out another 10.
Go ahead and can you cast that through Foundry?
I did. Oh, sorry, I didn't connect Foundry. Give me a second.
Here, I'll just do it. I got you. Boom. Is it warm or cold?
It's hot. She is a fire person.
Just had to check.
So I accidentally rolled twice. Let me read it first because new character. Who this?
Mm-hmm.
Why did it roll so many times? Is that... Oh, it did fire and cold. Okay, well, nothing has hit her yet, so it doesn't actually do any damage.
Right.
And she is going to use a bonus action to use Elemental Gift of Flight, and she is going to fly over here.
Okay, looks good.
Like a little comet. And she is going to stand there brandishing her mace, and she's going to look at this big fucker, and she's going to say, "Have you ever tasted holy fire?" And that's her turn. Well, you're gonna...
Okay. As the fire shield glows off of you.
And now all of China knows we're here.
A gunshot happened. Okay. Does that deal damage
There's
when
a
they're
beacon
in
in this
close
night.
to you?
No, it's only if they hit me.
Okay. Well,
If they hit me, so she's literally encouraging them to do so.
This zombie sees the bright you and is going to take the bait because it's a zombie, and it's going to make a multi-attack against you. So, then that is what it would do. Natural 20.
Okay.
All right, you are going to take... Let's see here.
I don't think I have any special armor.
10. Okay, so here we go. That is 22 necrotic.
Mm-hmm.
And 11 bludgeoning.
Okay, Jesus. And it will take 15 fire damage.
Okay. All right. As that happens...
It is concentration?
Okay, roll con save. Wait, is it? I don't know if it is.
I don't know if it is.
It doesn't say it.
Last 10 minutes. It's not. Hooray.
Okay, you get beamed in the face, but you maintain
Ow.
control of Fire Shield. And then it's going to attack again. Is it? Hold on. All right. Here we go. That's a 13 to hit.
Nope.
Yeah, okay. It's in melee with you. You've scorched it. That's its turn. This zombie's going to run up into melee, and it's going to attack Ricky. Okay. That's a fuck. I suck. That's a 15 to hit. Nope. It's going to try again. Ricky, you are easily deflecting the punches from this zombie. All right. That's the end of round 1. A moment. Rise. You saw a thin trail of smoke. For the last week, you've been alone. The platoon that had welcomed you so freely, dead. Dead like everyone else. Without a sending box, and no real hope of salvation this far from safe, friendly lines, you've been living off this desolate land as best you can. The battered and derelict ghost farms have proven to be your salvation. Enough salvageable food and water to sustain you, though the undead have been thick and mobile. Earlier today, you heard the sky erupt in thunder. From quite a distance, the explosions rocked the ground, and that meant Serisian Royal Army. You didn't know who it could have been, but if the front is pushing all the way up here, you might just live after all. When your platoon of light infantry scouted the north of Gorgonfell, everything was going to plan. You even laid eyes on the city. It was now a bastion of necromantic power. Green glowing beacons rose from the corners of the once safe keep within, the enormous cannons that bristled the walls rusting and empty. Even the statue of Katerin the Gorgon looked undead. Green light and black ichor stained her once beautiful stone visage. Somehow, your platoon was found. You still don't know how. Someone slipped, someone saw, but follower assassins and soldiers swarmed you. Now, having been alone and in hiding for so many days, the sight of something seeming alive was a true strike of good fortune. For the last few hours, you've marched towards that thin trail of smoke. Now, the ambient glow of light suddenly vanished, and it was just over the next hill when the sound of fighting broke out. I'm adding you to the map, and you're going to roll initiative for me.
Oh, there he is. Ooh. That's a fucking yeehaw.
It's just
Okay, as we begin round 2. Zed does something Zed-like.
Oh, yeah. Classic Zed.
Yep. He's going to cast Melf's Minute Meteors, because that's something he does all the damn time.
True.
And as he does, he's going to throw one right on this zombie, so that those 3 have to make dex saves. Okay. Okay. All right. You roll that. All right, so these 3 each take 7 damage. And Zed is going to move here. And he's going to Eldritch Blast the skeleton. Jacob, as you rise over the hill, looking past this enormous tree, you see individuals wearing Serisian Royal Army colors, fighting undead. And one of them, a red hobgoblin-looking fellow, mounts atop this rise in the ground and is going to fire these bolts of black, inky energy. One of them hits. Okay, the Minotaur Skeleton takes 10 points of force damage. He cannot shove it back as there's a zombie in the way, but that's what he does. And, Jacob, it is now your turn. You're on the scene.
All right, and I'm up on a hill, you said?
Yeah, you're above all of this. You're like looking down on it. You've just gotten to the top of the hill.
All right. As flavor-wise, as he crests the hill there, the relief, it, exhales, and he just drops his shoulders, and he's like, out of one fired into the next, and immediately drops down, pulls out the his repeating scatter gun, and I'll take aim at the big Minotaur fellow. I
Okay.
think I'll,
You're firing from here?
Yep, 30 feet.
Okay.
Wait, was it 25 or was it 30?
It's 30.
Okay, good. Is that my short range? Then?
No, your short range is 15.
It's doubled.
Then it's 30.
Yeah. So
I don't know how it'd be 25, sir.
well, no, I wanted to make sure it was.
Do
accurate.
math.
You're good. You have all your movement as well. You can move.
Yeah, I don't even know why I cared about that. I think all my feats give me advantage on short and long range. All right. We got to figure out how to do this thing here. You walk me through it. There we go. Scattergun shot.
So
All right.
click it and then click attack.
And I have advantage.
From what?
Either Sharp Eye Tattoo or Sharpshooter Feet or Outrider.
No,
figured out
you
it
have
cancels-
to. You have to place Hunter's Mark
Uh-huh.
on the target to get advantage.
For
For
the
which one?
Outrider, you do. For
If
Outrider,
Oh.
if you want advantage on the first attack.
so, it's
Oh, I
within
already-
your short range. Sharp Eye and Sharpshooter only give you advantage on long range.
Oh, for the Outrider, anything that Outrider has got to be at with the Hunter's Mark on it. I didn't see that part.
It's just the first attack per turn if you have. Or per combat, I can't remember which. It's been a minute.
It's
since
per
I've done
turn.
Outrider.
It's per turn. If you attack the target that you've placed your Hunter's Mark upon, your first attack each turn that the Hunter's Mark exists on that target is at advantage.
Oh
It's,
yeah, the
it's
Sharp
called-
Eye
it's-
only gives Sharp
The,
Eye only gives me damage outside of
yes.
my weapon's short range, so I'd have to back up 5 feet.
You could do that, but you would sacrifice a lot of damage by doing that. What you're looking for is the hired gun feature. That's the one that additionally you gain when you apply the Hunter's Mark to a target. You have advantage on your first attack on that target.
Yeah, wait, why would I sacrifice damage right outside of my short
If
range?
you
Because the scattergun it hits fewer pellets hit outside of short range. If
I
you're
thought that
within
was
short
only that
range,
one.
it's a D8 plus 5. If it's outside
right,
of
that's
short
right.
range, it's just a D8.
That's right. I thought I had it all. I've been literally staring at this thing.
It's okay. New character, new gun, new mechanic, new class.
New character. New all things. Okay. Then I'll just re-roll it without the advantage because I want to start shooting. Actually, wait, no, I can
Your
bonus
first
action
roll was a
shot. I'll-
14. We can take that. So it was a 24 to hit. You hit the Minotaur skeleton. Go ahead and click damage.
All right.
Damages.
Okay.
Jesus,
Wow.
bro.
Wow.
holy
You rolled extremely well. All right.
Jesus, save some Minotaur for the rest of us.
No, that's okay.
Level
Let's see.
8, huh?
Yeah.
I'm surrounded by zombies over here. Please feel free
Yeah.
to not leave Minotaur for the
You
rest
rolled a 6 for the pellets and a 4 for the damage. So that's 44 points of damage. All right.
Good golly gee.
As Jacob appears over the hill, you level the scattergun, pointing it at this Minotaur, and all of you just hear this and a shrapnel of pellets splintering bone and parts off of this Minotaur skeleton blow an enormous chunk out of its rib cage out and scattering it out on the ground. You think someone might have fired the Brahma, but didn't.
Erin's still on the ground over here, so it's not her.
It was within close range, so no adjacent targets. That was your first attack. What's next, Jacob?
Thank
Alright.
you for no adjacent targets.
I will take the second attack.
Okay.
And you know what? I'm gonna risk it here a little bit, and I'm gonna use what is it? Sharpshooter feet. I'm -5 from the attack roll to see if I can do a +10 damage.
Oh, sure.
So I'm just gonna roll it and manually do that math there. Too good. That's not that good. Yeah, it's
Minus
okay.
5, 14? It's a bit
That's a 14 to hit. That does hit the Minotaur skeleton.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's roll damage +10 here.
Okay. That is
31.
31
all right.
more.
Butch for him.
31 points of piercing damage.
This is
In-
scraps of bone left.
In 2 shots, this Minotaur skeleton is shattered into pieces.
Oh.
So the first shot blows an enormous chunk out of the ribcage, and as the Minotaur skeleton whips around to see what the hell just blasted it for more than half its health, its head is gone, and the entire thing just slumps to the ground, destroyed. You still have a bonus action and movement, Jacob.
Yeah. Let's see. What should I do for the bonus action? I'll shoot something else because I got that one last shot I can
It
take.
does have to be
right?
on the same target that you attacked.
Oh, okay. All right.
The idea is that
then
you're
I-
follow-up shooting the same one. So
Fine.
it is a dead body.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. All of these guys are still alive. All right. I guess I will move forward. 5, 10. I'll move up. We'll say 20 feet.
Sure.
Wait. Why won't it let me move?
Just
my
hit
guy?
spacebar. Once you've clicked and dragged to where you want it to move, hit spacebar.
There we go.
All right. So
Well,
moving into the light. What does everybody see, Jacob? Who are you? What do you look like?
All right. Everybody sees looks to be a middle-aged man. The easiest descriptor would be if you've seen John Marston in Red Dead Redemption, it's John Marston with a more brolic stash. All right, the stash was important. 40-something-year-old man with a tattoo under his picture. It's his left eye. So yeah, under his left eye with a cowboy hat. He's wearing the duster of the Serisian army, and a giant scattergun is kind of hanging from a shoulder holster that can dangle inside the duster there. A little gaunt and skinny, but sky-ridden, looks battle-hardened, says nothing as he runs up like he's just in the fight. Probably about, we'll say 5'7", 5'8". But, yeah, just like the picture, think AI.
All right. Did you have anything else on your turn?
Yeah, I think I'll apply Hunter's Mark to what's that? What's that right there?
That guy is more of a threat than any of the other zombies.
This one right that I'm mousing over?
Yeah, that one's the intelligent one.
Yeah, that one.
And you would know that.
On that guy there.
Okay. He's targeted. What are you
And,
going to do, Skalda?
She was just gonna look over her shoulder at this guy who just blasted this thing to death and just say, "Well, howdy."
Hello? Nothing else.
Gonna question
Nothing
this.
else. Absolutely.
Let's praise the Ember. Let's
Man
go.
of many words. I like it.
All right. That's your turn, Jacob. Ren, you're up. Prone,
All
but
right.
awake.
Yeah, we'll stand up. How about that?
You are now standing.
Oh, I clicked it as you did.
Let me do my job.
Fair enough. Sorry. Move over here, and as he's moving to flank with this guy, this Star Soldier, he will bonus action call the sword from his pocket dimension, the Vorpal Greatsword.
There it is.
And he'll make a couple attacks.
Okay, you have advantage.
Wow. 17?
17 with that weapon hits.
Cool. Wow.
Oh,
Man.
Still got 2 hits and an action surge if he wants it.
Yeah, feeling inadequate right now, but 11 points.
11 points of damage. Just cut right through. Okay.
Second attack. That's a little better. 26.
Okay. Feeling inadequate with the sword that can literally decapitate things. Sure. Okay.
15 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we got it. Let's action surge. Let's just do it at the top of the order. So close to a 20.
Ooh.
Yeah. 14 and last attack. Same guy if he's still up.
He's still up. He looks like shit.
Okay. Yeah. 12 points.
Okay, he's critically wounded. This Star
Lights him
Soldier is barely up.
We were fucking sleeping. All right, that's it. That's his turn.
Okay, it's now Aaron's turn. Aaron stands up. Well, hot damn, new guy. Good timing. And she's going to shoot the soldier in between Ren and Ricky with her pistol. Or no, she's going to use the revolving rifle.
That she got from Joe?
Yep. That she's not proficient in.
Yeah. No, this is from Bell's. Joe's is hung up inside the Brahma.
Yep.
There's so many rifles. Who keeps track?
There are a lot of I have lost a lot of characters who are good with guns.
That's a 12. I miss. So
Aw, she's trying.
yeah, it's clear she doesn't quite understand how to shoulder the weapon, and it just off into the distance, not even close. Ah, shit! And she's gonna duck behind the Brahma and stealth as a rogue does. Okay. Selena, you're prone. You have a zombie on one side and a soldier on the other.
Mm.
What do you do?
Well, I'm gonna stand up,
Okay.
sort of lever myself up against the Brahma.
As you stand
kinda
up, the
look-
zombie like tries to club at you again. What do you do?
I'm gonna sort of. I'm gonna try to zap the zombie.
You zap the zombie. Okay. It is prone, so you have an advantage.
Yeah. So 22.
Okay. That absolutely hits.
So the damage is nice. 14 points of lightning from my my static bracers.
Okay. Yeah, you shock the hell out of the zombie and it just and like smoke just is coming out of it from the shocking grasp.
Checking over my bonus actions really quickly. I'm out of spell slots, and I don't think most of the things that I can do to fix myself are bonus actions. And I don't really want to provoke attacks of opportunity, so I think I'm just going to lean here against the Brahma and try not to die.
That's fair. Okay. Let's see here. You're on initiative 17. Selena, do me a favor and roll me a d6. Six.
Ow.
Okay.
What have I done?
Oh, something.
Nothing.
Okay. So it seems as though the noise of your fight has attracted other undead.
Uh-oh.
Oh no,
That's what you did.
that's what I did.
6 of them, to be specific.
Fuck
me. It's a good thing that Jacob showed up with a scattergun.
From the east of where you are, the northeast on the actual world map. Let's see. I need a D4, please.
I'll do it.
Do it. 3.
Great.
Okay. Six whites.
Oh my god.
Join the
That's
combat.
a lot of whites.
Seems fine.
And I will roll for them. See where they are at the end of the turn. They do not join the initiative this round. Selena, that's your turn. This soldier, the one that's pinned kind of on accident by choice between Ricky and Selena, is going to try and... Well, it doesn't have a glaive, so it's just gonna stab you with a spear, Selena. It has advantage because you're flanked, even though it's by a shitty zombie. That's a 15.
Hooray.
That doesn't
I'm
hit.
very fortunate.
Yeah, it's gonna try again.
Lena cowers behind her shield.
That's a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, that one manages to snake through. You do take 9 points of piercing damage. And then
Okay.
it's going to shield bash you again. That's a 14 to hit, and it doesn't hit anybody.
Yeah, it doesn't hit.
Okay, that's its turn. Next is the one that is Hunter's Marked between Ren and Ricky. Okay, here's what it does. It moves here, looking between you, Ricky, and Ren. And as it does, you see it pull a small object out of its belt.
Mm-mm.
It is what looks like... What? What?
I sorry, I just said something stupid. Please go on.
Okay. It is a small explosive, it appears.
Oh, hooray!
It pulls that out of its pouch, and it yanks the tab on the top, and you just both hear... And like, as the fuse is going down, it holds it up in the air above itself.
Oh,
I-
no.
I have
I'm
no
trying to blow
idea
up
if
the
you'll let
bridge
me
again.
do this, but I'm gonna try. I have a tail that I can do a reaction. Is there any opportunity for me to like swat at? It's okay if no. I just being
But it would be
creative.
cool.
Yeah.
It'd be real cool of you, Echo.
I don't know if Ricky would notice it because my
Uh,
passive perception's not awesome, but
He's pretty blatant
It's
about
holding a
this.
flare.
It's not a flare. As he holds it out in front of you, I'll let it be a contest. Your athletics versus his dexterity saving throw.
okay.
Because all he has to do is move his hand out of the way.
Okay. So I just roll athletics.
Yes. If you beat him, then we will deal with that.
I will not.
I'll
I rolled.
give you a
You're looking at
reroll.
12.
I'll give you a reroll.
I was gonna say, should I? Should I?
I'll give you it.
I've got one. I've got two. Yeah, I'll re-roll it. What
Okay.
the heck?
Go ahead.
Okay.
It's a lot better.
Okay.
That's so good.
With a 25, you act fast enough that he does not have time to react to you. Go ahead and make a melee attack.
Okay. What's a melee attack? Just a strength.
It's like, use your axe. Like, just...
Oh, just
A
an
melee
axe.
attack,
Okay, I got
yeah.
you. Yeah, I got you.
All right, we're going to subtract 1 from the total of the attack roll, but just go ahead and make the attack roll.
No, trash roll.
It's not bad. 16 to hit a thing.
The AC of this explosive is 12, so you hit it.
Away.
What direction are you hitting it in?
Like up
Okay.
here, right? Or over
I'm
here?
going to give you, like, either to your left or your right. I'm not going to give you any more than that based on the speed
well,
of
then
this.
this way.
Yeah, that's fair. Look, I mean,
Toward the whites.
yeah, I was gonna say I will hope that my reaction is to hit it to the east.
Okay. Roll damage, and that's going to determine how far. So your damage for this is just going to be a d4 plus your strength, because it's an unarmed attack. So just roll a d4.
Yeah.
She's got extra strength because of the belt.
Uh-huh. So that's 8 points of damage. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. It gets here when it explodes. So, in a
Yeah.
reaction, you whip your tail up. You snap the grenade out of this soldier's hand, and it just flies up the hill. And then it explodes in a burst of fire. It does manage to catch this white, who needs to make a dexterity saving throw. He succeeds, but he does still take some damage. Okay. He takes 18 points of fire damage halved, so he takes 9 points of fire damage. Okay. The soldier is upset that you did that, and he's going to use his second attack to smack you.
Yeah, that's fair. Thank you for letting me make my barbarian interesting.
It was a cool idea. I'll always play with that. Cool.
Play baseball.
That's a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that gets me, and I
this is
don't have my
glaive.
tail, so.
Yeah. You did just use that, unfortunately. Okay. That's 19 points of slashing damage to you, Ricky.
Okay. 9. Got it.
And that's his turn. Ricky, you're up.
I will move. I'm angry at him now. So I'll move. So I always want to move the Brombo with it, but I don't want to. I will move so that I am flanking him.
You know
With
that
Ren?
these two will attack you.
Oh, right. Never mind. I'll just look at him and smack him with my sword.
Okay.
I mean, I'll stab him. Wait. And I will go ahead and do it recklessly.
No
Why
wrecks
not?
involved. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey.
Okay, roll damage. As you crit. Okay. Yes.
I didn't say.
All right. As you slash it, that's 8 plus. Yeah, it does the math right. Okay, so that's 28 points of damage total. This soldier is immediately slain as you stab through his face. I don't know. It's up to you.
I was like straight through him.
Yep, he's cleft in twain the
Split him in
worst way
half.
one can be. All right.
Yeah.
You have another attack and a bonus action.
I'm gonna snarl and turn on this guy behind me, and I will go ahead and attempt to stab this other soldier with
All right,
my
go for it.
sword.
All right, you hit.
Oh, boo.
Okay, 10. So 12 points of slashing damage. Or, hold on. Oh man, you rolled really bad. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I rolled trash.
Well, all right, you slash through him. He looks upset about it.
Poke him a little. Yeah. And that's my turn.
Okay, this greater zombie's turn is prone. He's going to stand up. Selena, you're right there. He's going to try and give you what for. And it has flanking. That's an 18 to hit. I assume you're muted.
Sorry, my AC is 17.
Okay. You take... hold on. That's 11 points of necrotic damage and 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
So 5 and 7. So
12 total.
12. Ow.
And then a 16 to hit, which misses.
Yeah.
All right, Scalda, actually, that brought you critical. Hold on. Selena, I need you to roll me a D100.
Okay.
Hey, that's our healer.
47.
Roll me a con save, please.
Oh, jeez. Do you want to reroll?
Yeah, I'm going to use my inspiration and reroll that.
Okay.
Well,
11. It's better than a
11.
10. I mean,
it is better than a 7. But it's...
As this greater zombie slams you, a lot of its ichor from its own wounds splash over your face, and you feel horrible.
Mm.
Ugh.
You suspect, being a physiker and proficient in medicine, you may have contracted something.
Yeah.
Scalda,
Ew.
it's your turn.
Okay. Well, she will look at this zombie in her proximity, and she will bash it with her mace.
Okay.
Yes. 26. It is a fiend, so it takes additional damage.
It's
It'll
not a
take
fiend,
an
it's
extra,
an undead.
Sorry, an undead. I meant it's an undead or fiend. So it'll take an extra 2d6. Ooh, I rolled really good. 11 bludgeoning, 11 radiant, and 3 additional fire.
So 25 points of damage. As this mace slams into the undead, you all see like a holy aura just off the side of the mace, and the undead like horrible rending sounds come from this zombie's head as the mace crushes flesh and breaks bones.
Does it have less than 25 hit points?
No.
Have 25 hit points or fewer? Okay, well, then I hit it again.
Okay.
Uh, 22 to hit.
That hits.
Same amount of damage. 20 damage.
Okay.
Does it have 25 hit points or less?
No.
Okay, they're meat bags.
They have a lot of
Understood.
health. These greater zombies are hardy. But it reacts in a very similar way, recoiling from the bright light shining off of that mace.
Okay, that's my turn.
All right. The zombie is going to recoil and react. It's going to try and hit you back, Scala. It misses.
Oh, yeah, okay. Sorry, I thought I remembered something, but it was not quite right.
Okay, it's going to try and hit you again. That's a 15 to hit.
Miss.
Okay, it appears as though its bell has been rung. And it's struggling to maintain concentration on hitting you. This greater zombie is going to turn, and it's going to try and hit Ren. Ren, that is a dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Right.
And 7 points of necrotic damage.
14 total.
It's going to swing again. And it misses. All right, we now go to the next turn. Or do you have something?
Nope.
Okay, now that we're in the next turn, the whites will roll. Whites are now in initiative. Zed is going to go first. These guys all look pretty fucked up. But he sees Selena is royally messed up. What does he do? Does he have anything here? Kinda. Maybe?
He's got his MILFs, my new MILFs.
All right. Yeah.
He tried.
He's going to, as he runs up towards you, Selena, he's going to expend the Melf's Minute Meteors, and these two need to make a dexterity save. They both fail. They both take 10 points of fire damage. And he'll send another one at those same two. One succeeds. Okay. The soldier takes 8. The zombie takes 4. And he's going to let the Melf's Minute Meteors drop as he casts Protection from Good and Evil upon you. Excuse me. Undead now has disadvantage trying to attack you, which is all of them, so great.
Yay!
All right, so keep in mind, that is what you have, so hopefully they will not hit you any fucking more. And that's Zed's turn. He's going to stand, end his turn standing on top of the Brahma. Jacob, you hear these whites emerging behind you from the forest and arid dryland behind you. You see all 6 of them crest into the fight. And many of them have swords, many of them have longbows, and they all look dangerous. You fought these guys before. They're dangerous, they're hardy, and they seem more competent than your average skeleton or zombie. So, what do you do?
Smarter than the average bear.
All right, Jacob's gonna start yelling, "Shit, shit, shit!" and just start running away from the fucking whites.
Yep, that's fair.
Going from a mysterious man a few words to shit, shit, shit.
But-
Shit.
But-
Shit. 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 Shit.
Well, he came over a hill and was like, "Oh, thank God, there's people!" And now he started firing, and now there's a bunch of whites that he's been running from for weeks. Just, the temptation is to just keep running, but instead, I will let my concentration drop on Hunter's Mark, and I think I'm going to turn around and I'm going to cast Spike Growth. 20 foot. Where is it? Where's my templates here? Measurement guide.
If you cast Spike Growth through the Foundry, you can place the template through casting the spell.
Oh, okay. Oh, sweet Jesus. All right, don't want to get them. You know what? Let's go right there.
Okay. What does your Spike Growth look like?
Thorns and twists and sprouts, hard spikes and thorns. He comes from a real arid area, so it's kind of going to look like dried, almost like dried cactus with those really big old spiky, like kind of brambles just littering the ground there. That they don't look as imposing as they are, not from first-hand experience or anything, but they don't look like they would. They look like they would break instead of stab you, but they'll definitely stab you. You know,
God, Spike Growth is a great spell.
not from personal experience.
Uh-huh.
But yeah. So they basically just cover this area just gets covered in these kind of cactus brambles that just kind of intertwine with the grass and the vegetation to not look too bad, because it says that they transformation of the ground is camouflage to look natural. So
Okay.
we'll go with that. And then actually I moved 10 feet?
Yep, you got plenty more movement if you'd like.
Okay. I want you to let me click my character. There we go. I want to get right up in the mix there. Everybody's getting beat up. I should go help out.
All right, so Ricky, this newcomer wearing Serisian Royal Army garb, is suddenly next to you. Don't nobody say nothing.
Hello, sir.
Hey, guys. Hey, guys. And as he runs, he's doing the awkward run. You ever see someone run with trying to hold a gun still upright? Well, they're just trying to.
Yeah, it's like a weird waltz.
Yeah, like a speed walk with the gun just into battle.
All right.
By the way, this sword is a huge fucking sword that Ren is carrying.
It's an anime guy sword.
Yep, pretty much.
You said he's gaunt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh,
Ricky's
good.
just like, he looks hungry.
I'm very
Grab a
hungry.
few pastries
I
in
would
him.
really like some food after this, if anybody
You're
had
best
any.
friends.
We gotta feed him, everybody. We gotta get out of this.
I'm very, very hungry right now.
From behind the Brahma, you hear, "Oh, good, you'll fit right in."
What in the fuck is back there?
Me.
Selena, meanwhile, is like trying not to fall over. Just like,
You see Selena just getting
Moving
fucked up
ichor.
over there. All right, Ren,
Some milk.
it's
All
your
right,
turn.
let's see if this works, because I'm underneath the Minotaur, but I'm going to move over here
You did it.
so I can get flanking on both of them, just in case.
You sure can.
And I will first attack this zombie.
You do have the opportunity here to cleave if you would like. They would be at disadvantage, but because you have flanking on both, they would be at a straight roll.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Roll your attacks for both, please.
Yes, I will do it twice. Oh, my Vorpal is not on the Foundry.
A moment. I don't know why. We re-import. Okay. And then, is your HP 87 right now?
No, it's 61.
Okay, we just hurt you a little bit.
Oops.
Sir, let me hurt you. Okay, you're good.
Okay.
And you're here?
Got it.
All right, you should have it now.
There it is.
All right.
All right. Just a straight roll. This one's going to go to the Star Soldier first.
That hits.
And then the zombie. Oh my god.
Well, there it is. Go ahead and roll damage for the one attack.
Um,
It was a Vorpal sword, huh?
It is a Vorpal
Yeah, yeah.
Greatsword.
all right, so the critical, it's giving me an option for critical first. So I'm going to roll that.
No,
Oh, it just happens?
it is literally a zombie. They can't. They die when they lose their head. So
Fair enough.
So
it
that's,
only gave me the option for
okay,
critical.
it's fine. We'll just subtract 12. So that's 11 points of slashing damage to the soldier.
Yes.
All right. So, Jacob, as you run up, this big changeling dude winds around to the other side of this zombie, and he sweeps around this massive fucking greatsword that's black as night with, like, hints of, like, starlight along the edge. This blade is literally cleaving the air in twain as he swings it. And as it passes through the soldier, it looks as though it passes without resistance, as it guides up through the zombie's neck, and the zombie just, as the head falls off of it, and the zombie is destroyed. It had 76 hit points. It's now gone.
God damn! Need to get one of those.
Ren will just nod to you and step this way so he can get a little bit closer to this zombie.
I mean, you could
no.
try to cleave through Selena. That would go well.
No, it wouldn't go well. He's not going to do that. So,
Well,
second
you would
attack.
succeed, I'm sure.
Second attack. My gosh. Let's go. Just normal.
It's an advantage because you're flanking. So
yeah.
21 hit, 29 definitely hits.
And decent damage. 15.
Yeah, you kill him.
He
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
needs some milk.
Where was I before? So that was 10.
And 10. You have
20.
10 more feet of movement.
Yeah, we'll help Selena out. She's really hurt, isn't she? Yeah.
Yep.
And that's my turn.
All right. It is this white's turn that has begun its turn in the middle of a spike growth. Now, these are intelligent enough to recognize they're in a spike growth. And it's going to spend its turn moving. And that's its full movement, so that is 64. Please roll that for me.
That's a good amount
Okay.
of force.
It crayons itself for 19 damage. It's still up, but it is unhappy. And so it is going to first life drain you, Jacob. It has a bow in its hand, and it raises its other hand. Oh, shit. Dooch is here. Would you look at that? Welcome,
Hi.
Dooch.
We're in a fight.
Yo, okay.
We are in a fight. That's pretty typical. The white raises its hand towards you, Jacob, and it's going to try and life drain you. Let's see if it hits. This black tendril of energy extends towards you, and that's a 21 to hit.
Yep.
Yep, that'll hit. Okay, it gives you the big suck for 11 points of necrotic damage, which means it restores that much. And then it's going to shoot you with an arrow. It's not going to shoot you with an arrow. That was an 8 to hit, so...
Gotta make a con saving throw here real quick.
Yep, DC's 10 to maintain concentration. Spike growth remains. Aaron climbs up on top of the Brahma and is going to stab the zombie. Gosh dang it. There we go.
Hi, Dooch.
Has advantage. Natural 20. Okay.
Woo! Did our rogue crit?
Our rogue just crit.
I love our rogue crits.
All right, so that's 12. 15 points of piercing damage plus sneak attack. So 15 plus 18 is 33 plus this. 37, 39, 42 points of piercing damage.
Oh my god.
That's solid right there.
So, like, as the zombie is lurching towards Selena and looks up as Renarin, like, has the sword over the bridge pointing down, all of you just watch as Aaron goes, ha-ha, and, like, thrusts the rapier up from underneath through the spine up out its mouth and then pulls it back out. Got him! Oh, he's still up. Shit. Retreat! And Aaron disengages with a bonus action and hops off the Brahma. And goes over here. And that's her turn. Selena, you're up.
Rough.
Okay.
Good luck to yourself.
Yeah. I'm
Zed-
gonna medic.
Oh, one moment. Sorry. Zed, you're concentrating on protection against evil and good on Selena.
Got
You've
it.
used a
She
Melt's
is
Minute
messed
Meteors.
How many I have left?
You dropped the. I spent all of them and then in
That's for the
protection.
2 third levels and then the 1 first level. Got it.
All right. Go ahead, Selena.
I have 5 charges left in this healer's kit, so I'm going to attempt to combat medic myself.
Okay. Roll medicine at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Gotta get the zombie guts out of your
My
lungs.
full HP or this 34 to 60 from last session.
You're at 45 because you took a short rest.
Cool.
Well,
With a 14, you
14's
heal
better
for
than
14.
yeah. Not ideal, but better than nothing.
That was your action as you like quickly like bandage up the immediately bleeding wounds. All this while, all of you see that the cuts on Selena's body, they're bleeding, but the blood has like froth coming out of it.
Ugh.
That's really gross. Yeah, she's got some serious nastiness going on.
You know what's going on to you mechanically, or did I miss that?
No, not. She hasn't had time. She's been infected.
I haven't had
with
time
something.
to die. I believe I'm diseased, but I don't know with what. Yeah, that was my action. I don't believe I have a bonus action that I particularly want to indulge in, and I don't want to provoke. So, I spit some blood and yuck out onto the feet of the zombie next to me, and that's my bonus action. And
Okay.
that's my turn.
Bonus action spit.
It is now this white's turn. This white is going to move up into melee with Scalda because you're glowing. And it will flank.
Oh.
Does an 18 hit you?
That's Micey.
Okay. It slashes at you with a sword.
That's a sword.
You take 10 points of slashing damage.
Ow. Oof, I'm looking rough. Selena, help.
And does it take fire damage?
Yeah, I'll get right
Yes,
on
it
that.
does. Sorry, 2d6 fire damage from a fire shield. Let me roll that. 3. Good job.
Okay. It is then going to try to life drain you to restore that. That doesn't hit any of you. That's a 11 to hit. Okay.
Away.
Ricky, you're up.
Let me see.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's 2d8. Can I re-roll that?
Yep.
I knew that looked low. That's so much better. 12.
Okay, so I'll just subtract 9 more. All right. Ricky, go ahead.
We're all bunched up, so I think I will leave that last zombie for someone else and run over to where Scalda is.
Okay,
Yes, please.
you can do that.
Yeah.
You've run into a spike
Oh.
growth.
Oh, right, I did. I will not do that. Unless it's
Do
too
you think you
late.
could get up here?
Let me see. I was here.
Where were you coming from?
I've got 30,
Yeah, you
so
can do
I
that.
should
Yeah, do
be able
that
to.
instead.
Yeah. Let's do that. And I'm gonna stab this white.
Go ahead.
My
You have
sword.
advantage because of flanking.
Ba-ba.
Nice.
Advantage saves you from that one. That's a 27 to hit. Well done. Go ahead and roll damage. So 16 points of damage. Okay.
And I will stab it again with my sword.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Oof.
17 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Cool. And then I am going to be a more intelligent D&D player than typical and read how my things work. And I'd like to use one of those charges to gain some hit points. Whatever the
Nice.
radiant damage was I get back.
Oh, okay. To
So
regain a number of hit points equal to the extra radiant damage. So in this case, that was 8.
okay, cool.
Nice.
Thank you.
So you heal
That's
for
my
8.
roll.
And you kill the
My
white.
team. Yay.
Hooray!
All right.
Ricky's just really ready to feed this skinny newcomer, so we got to finish this up.
Real hungry. As I've eaten real life here.
Okay, so this white, it's realizes it's standing in the spike growth. It is just going to not move, and it draws its bow.
Oh.
Yep.
Rude.
My fire shield does damage on melee attacks.
Yeah, it doesn't want to move because it's in a spike growth, and it's smart enough. It's just going to shoot at Ren.
Oh, good.
Oh, okay. Ren, that's a 15. That doesn't hit you. How about a natural 1? Okay, that white is worthless. It's now this greater zombie's turn. It's going to swing at Selena, because of course it is. But it has disadvantage because of protection.
Let's finish her off.
Trying. With disadvantage, it rolled an 18 on the one die and a 9 on the other die, so it does not hit. It doesn't like that. It's going to try again, Selena. That's a 3, so it misses you twice. This white is going to surge up into melee. It's going to give a slash of the sword to both of you. One on Ricky, one on Skalda. So Ricky, that's a 14 to hit. Skalda, that's a 7 on the die, so don't even worry about it.
Hooray!
This white moves. It's going to shoot at Jacob. Okay, Jacob, that's a 22 to hit.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And a 21 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 arrows. You take 11 points of piercing from the first arrow, and 5 points of piercing from the second arrow, so 16 total.
All right, and that's 2 con save throws, right?
It is. Success? And success. All right, Skalda, it's your turn.
She is going to swing her mace at this one in front of her.
The
You
zombie
finish
or the
off.
white? Okay. Go ahead.
The zombie. Oh. I'm going to bump that up with an inspo to make that a natural 20.
Okay. You crit.
Hey.
It'll be spicy. So that is going to be a d6 plus 6. Plus lots of stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so you rolled a 4. Okay, hold on a minute. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, right?
You rolled a
There's 3 different
4.
damages in here.
10. What's your strength here? Plus 4.
Plus 5.
Okay. Excuse me. 16. 28. 35. 38. 38 points of damage. As you slam the mace into the head of this greater zombie, it's as though the radiant energy spills out through the flesh and bone, disintegrating the undead from the scalp to the toes. And burnt dust and ash is all that is left. There is not even a corpse.
Ricky just yelled, "That was just luck."
Well, I'll just have to do it again then. And she'll turn around with her second attack and she'll hit this fucker.
Okay.
Natural 20.
What the fuck off?
Holy
All right.
Just
Very
luck.
nice.
I'll
It's
show
just
you.
luck. All right. Roll damage.
Ooh, that was a good roll too.
Okay, so
All right, do the math again.
you rolled a
please.
6. So that's 18 bludgeoning plus 20 radiant. So 38 plus 3 is 41 points of damage. The white is barely standing.
So it has less than 25?
It has 4 hit points.
Great. So it needs to make a wisdom 15 saving throw, please. Or be destroyed.
Oh, right.
Or be destroyed.
Yeah.
What's the DC? I rolled a 4. It doesn't
15.
matter. So a 5.
So it's automatically destroyed from the impact.
So as this mace slams into the white, instead of it immediately disintegrating, you watch as like cracks in its facade ignite with holy fire that burn out from the flesh and eye sockets and mouth. And the white just collapses to its knees and then on the ground.
He looks at Ricky and winks at her and just says, "In his warmth I glow." That's my turn.
Ren thinks about converting.
It's this white's turn. It's in the middle of the spike growth. It's not going to be able to
Come
get
on,
out. in
trudge
one turn.
through.
It's going to have to. It's going to. That's where it ends its turn. And it's going to action dash. And then it'll
takes.
It's going to take 8d4. Please roll me 8d4 rise.
Roger.
Nice.
17. Okay. Good God. That's its turn. Zed, you're up.
Alright, am I in the Brum?
No, you're on top
you're
of
on
it.
top
You're
of it.
standing at the Brahma is shut off at the moment.
Alright, I'm gonna run by 20 feet here. Who's looking harder?
Okay.
I'm gonna go
I'm
Scalding.
not doing good.
Let's not have you leaving your god just yet. And I'm gonna Fey Gift. So we're gonna get some
Ooh.
temp HP. So I'll just tap you on the shoulder. You'll feel a little bit of flow of some hardiness. We're gonna get 8 temp HP each.
Thank you.
I didn't know that was a thing, or I would have done that. Sorry, Selena.
You're... By Selena hurt? Oh, Selena is hurt. Oh,
Selena
Selena
is
was critically
I was-
wounded a minute ago.
yeah. She managed to combat medic herself back up to severely wounded.
She had like 3
Yeah,
hit
it's
points.
Hobgobbo shit, you know? And then I am going to Eldritch Blast the one in front of me.
Oh. Okay. I see why. Go ahead. Roll your spell attack.
That's gonna
Push him right
hit
back
25.
in. I love it.
A dick move.
That hits.
9 force damage, push back. What is it, 10 feet?
You are an asshole. Yeah. Roll me 44, please. Rise.
Yeah, he's got it.
That's just strategy, baby. Ooh, good roll.
11
roll.
points of
Really good
slashing.
roll.
Flesh and bone are left stuck to these brambles of dry, arid weed that the spike growth just carves off of this white as it is pushed back into it. You have,
And one more.
yeah, I was gonna say you have more blasts.
Same exact thing.
Push him again.
That hits.
25. Only 7 force damage, push back 10 feet.
Roll me 2d4 or 44, please. Rise.
I just imagine him getting shorter and shorter as he
That's
goes through.
basically. With 14, he crumbles into bone and flesh, carved to pieces by the Eldritch Blast and the spike growth just shredding it.
Quick question. Do we like Jacob yet? Or is he abrasive?
Oh yeah. No, he walked right up, destroyed the Minotaur skeleton in 2 shots, and then just said hi.
I'm used to Penn's new characters being very
Hey.
abrasive. Okay, on entry.
Scaldi's not
I have-
abrasive.
I have to ask these questions. Oh my God.
Well, I mean, you're about to find out.
Nice teamwork, Slick. I'll kind of look over at Jacob. That's my turn.
Jacob, it's your turn.
Do we like Jacob?
You're
yet?
muted,
Good
by the way.
question.
Jacob is muted.
I don't know Ricky's name yet, but I would probably yell over. Is the food in the tank?
What's a
Yeah.
tank?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Brahma thing. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
some in
I'll be
there,
there.
but it won't be very good. I'll make good stuff.
All right. Well, I'm gonna climb up on right next to the zombie and Selena here.
Yep.
And let's take a point blank shot. Let's do a point blank shot.
Okay. Go ahead. Excuse me.
Jesus, Echo.
I apologize.
When it's like, am I delirious or is there another person here?
There's
Not
another
here.
person here.
As I point
Not
a giant
clear
scatter
it.
gun directly
That's-
at the zombie. Oh, I'm gonna spray
Ah.
whoever's behind it. Oops. Let's see. I can roll without disadvantage. because,
Yeah, you actually have flanking because Ren is on the other side.
So that gives me advantage.
Yep.
Wow. What a day.
Okay, I'm used to friendly fire.
I
I don't know what you're trying to
Let's
say.
really hope it's not too much because this could get real bad here.
Look, I only almost killed you that one time. It wasn't on purpose.
Okay, so yeah, 26 absolutely hits. Go ahead and roll damage. And you can choose to re-roll damage, and if you want, you can take the second roll, or the higher roll, I should say.
Let's
Yeah,
just
I'd
re-roll.
probably re-roll. You rolled 8 damage.
I'm gonna reroll that. You must
Wow.
attack.
Hey,
You must
so
roll the
Foundry's
attack.
limiting you. You have to just roll another attack, but we're not going to care about it and just roll damage again.
Okay. Damage. Do better. That's not much better. All right, I'll take the 9.
Yeah, so what
Dude
happens?
Came in swinging his dick.
So that's
Don't worry, I
4
got more
damage.
That's the crazy swingy thing about the scattergun is it can do that. So what happens is the zombie like sees you get up behind it and it's just and it's like swatting at the scattergun, and you manage to like get the barrel pointed at it just enough right as its fist collides with the scattergun, and like most of the pellets like pepper the side of the bridge, and like you just see a bit of his flesh cut off the side of him.
Okay. Do I retain advantage with flanking on the second attack?
Yeah, flanking is on all attacks.
Okay, go sure. All right, well, stay still. Jesus. I'm gonna use sharpshooter on this. I'll minus
Okay.
-5 to see if I do a +10 here, since I have advantage. Too good. Oh no!
Nice.
It's so close. It's so close.
Yeah, you hit.
All right, let's roll the damage. Do I get to re-roll again on this one? If
That's
it's...
what a point blank shot is. You get to roll
Yep,
damage
okay.
twice and take the higher.
God, that's even worse. No, do better, gun. Try again here. Hold on
This
here.
is
I
a, this
gotta
is
roll
a
this.
hunt shotgun experience right now.
Woo!
No,
Come on,
no,
that's
no.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it's not a crit.
Oh, now I can't even roll the right damage because it's trying to make
Just
me
do
roll
it again.
critical damage.
Just roll attack again.
Son of a bitch.
Ever since they made the D&D Beyond connection to Foundry, you haven't been able to roll damage without rolling an attack first, and I hate it. Okay,
We'll do
so
that plus 10, 37.
37 points of damage. Okay, the first shot just gets shoved off, and like finally, like stay still. You like lean back just enough that the zombie lurches forward after you, and the barrel of the scattergun just boonk right in the middle of the forehead. The zombie is obliterated.
He's turned into Baloney Mist number 3, is what you're saying?
Yes. And Ren, just blood, just all over you, unfortunately.
Oh God. Icker.
I give Red a thumbs up immediately.
Now,
Yeah.
Ren, this zombie we've already rolled is volatile. I need you to make a con save.
Oh, no.
I definitely still have the thumbs up.
As you cover him with like advanced hepatitis.
Oh no.
Bacteria-resistant TB.
13.
Ren,
Or antibody.
you contract something.
Fuck.
Oh, Selena will be able to fix you right up.
Yeah, right.
Selena has the same shit.
Or different shit, we don't know.
Well, that's your turn, Jacob, unless you have a bonus action you'd like to use.
Don't believe so. Let me just quick double check here what I can do, if anything. Nope, that'll be about it.
All right. Ren.
All right. Them two have a handle on those things over there. So, blah 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 blah. Yep. So he's gonna move up to this guy, and he's gonna swing twice.
Okay. Go ahead.
20.
20 hits.
For 15
Uh,
damage.
okay, hold on. Let me see. Yep, he's still up.
Okay. Second attack. Oof. 15?
15 hits.
All right. Man, I cannot roll damage today. 11.
Yep. It is still up. Though it is now bloodied.
Okay. I'm in its face.
You are in its face. It puts its longbow away, and with its other hand, it reaches out towards you, Ren. It's going to try to life drain you.
Okay.
You were in melee with it, so it's a disadvantage. How about a 13 to hit?
No.
Okay. It's going to slash at you with its longsword. That's an 18 to hit.
Just hits. Yep.
Okay, you take a little bit of damage. Literally a little bit of... You take 5 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
That's its turn. Aaron's up. Aaron, sees this happening, and it looks up at you, Jacob, and says, "Where the nine hells did you get a gun like that?"
Yes.
Oh. All right. Well, shit. Aaron mounts the hill and is going to take a shot at the white in front of Ren to try and get a sneak attack on it. She's not proficient, but a 16 is good enough. That is 11 plus sneak attack. 16, 21, 23 points of piercing damage. This white is destroyed.
Hey.
Nice.
You're welcome! You look like you were struggling. All right. And Aaron dips back behind the Brahma and is going to stealth again. Okay, Selena, you're up.
So we've got a few whites, and I am feeling like shit.
Oh, yeah.
I'm kind of inclined to just try to do a medicine check to catalog my symptoms. Can I do that? See if I can figure out what I have.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is that...
It's just a medicine check. Just roll a medicine check.
It's just a medicine check. Okay.
A moment while I pull up my own nuts.
Well, I rolled shit. His notes. You perv.
He said it.
He said nuts. I heard nuts, and
Thank
I was like, were they stuck to the chair?
You
What's
guys,
happening?
I said nuts. I meant notes. Thank you all for coming. This has been a great time. I'll see you all next time.
I seen it.
I'm here all week trying to be...
Unseated.
So I rolled shit.
Okay.
It's 11.
An 11. Okay, so what you're aware of is you feel like it's pretty cool out right now, but already you're feeling hot and sweaty. You feel uncomfortable, like pain and spasms in like your arms, particularly where the ichor got into some of your cuts. This infection, whatever it is spreading quickly.
God.
Considering it's only been 12 seconds.
Yeah. Okay.
It might be psychosomatic. It might be real. You don't know.
Oh yeah, it's doing a check on yourself. Always terrible.
It might be because you
Well-
rolled an 11. You don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh my god. Echo, can I fix that with a flash of genius that I forgot I have?
Yeah. So that adds 4, so a 15.
Yeah.
Okay, so with a 15, your medicine check reveals to you where the blood that is emitting from you, from the wounds that you cleaned but are still bleeding, the blood is frothing. There's a lot of, air in the blood. And that is not normal. That is an infection that, like, you feel like it's something that you've heard of before, but you can't place it. You need a moment to think about this.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But you don't have that feeling of, I'm hot. Like, this is the symptom, is there's
Air.
a lot of air in my blood. You don't know why.
Okay. Was that medicine check my action?
I'll let it be your bonus action. You
Okay,
just take a
then
moment
I'm
to look at yourself and think about it.
I'm actually going to use my action to cast Prestidigitation and make sure I'm completely cleaned off of any foreign substances.
Okay, you do that. You clean yourself with Presti.
It is not very combat utility, but just like with all of the air in my blood, Selena's first priority right now is Selena and not dying. So that's gonna be my turn.
Okay. When you Presti, roll me a perception check.
It's a 13.
A 13.
And Flash of Genius is a reaction, so I can't do it again.
There's a hint of a foul smell beyond all the corpses and death. You don't know what it is.
So it doesn't smell like something I would be familiar with, like necrosis.
It definitely doesn't smell like necrosis. It smells like kind of sickly sweet, like vegetation that's rotting.
Mm.
A little bit like old lettuce or cabbage. Anyway, that's your turn.
Oh god, I can smell our fridge. Okay, got it.
Ricky, you are up.
Okay. I see there are 2 left. Scalda had warned me off of the spike growth, so I will move close enough to this guy that I can throw my hand axe at him.
Yeah,
You
okay.
can't get up like on the edge of the spike growth.
Yeah, like right at the edge.
That's fine.
'Cause
I mean, like
my hand axe
right
is
here
20
in melee.
feet.
Yeah, you could rake it here if you wanted to.
I can.
The square in
Yeah,
melee.
absolutely. You can go there.
I think. Okay, well then I'm gonna run right up on that dude and poke him with my sword.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I guess this is what y'all do. Boop people.
I will
And I'll
do
do it
that.
reckless. Why not?
You recklessly boop him. Go ahead. Roll your attack with advantage. Oh, that absolutely hits. You deal 16 points of damage. Okay.
Like another swipe. Boo.
That will not hit.
It's my turn.
All right. The white in front of you that you just slashed is going to try and life drain you. And it has advantage because you reckless.
Yep.
That's a 19 to hit.
Yep, that gets. I will use my tail.
Okay.
which, well, no, I guess I could roll terrible,
You succeed.
but I don't.
All right. He is upset, and he tries again with the sword. That's a 21 to hit.
That gets me.
Okay. You take 11 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Scalda, you are up.
I would like to go up 5 feet
Okay.
and then over 25.
Your movement is 25.
With my flight, it's 30.
Oh, up 5 feet. I understand now. Okay. Yeah, you fly up.
And then she's going to go over this guy and just give him a nice hit to the dome.
Okay, roll your
with her
attack.
mace.
You do not have flanking
Yeah.
because you are above him.
Right. I can bop him just the same. Ooh, bad roll. 11.
11 misses.
All right, second attack. That's better. 27.
Yeah, that absolutely hits.
Oh,
Jeez. Okay. 12, 31, or 21. So 26 points of damage. Let me move you for a moment.
does he have less than 25 hit points?
Yes, he does.
DC 15 wisdom save, please.
Ace.
I rolled a 6.
Let me get one of them things.
He's
He-
destroyed.
He just crumbles onto the ground.
I
Well,
hope you don't
maybe
die
if you
on
talk
that
to
base.
my lord and savior, you might be able to get a mace as well. It's a good mace, right?
Yeah. That ain't standard issue. I know that.
That's not standard issue. I brought it from home. That's my turn.
All right. Zed, you're up. There's one white remaining.
Little halfling.
I shoot Eldritch Blast.
Yeah?
I'm a basic warlock.
You, you go ahead. You hit.
Imagine being
it's
a basic
gonna be
warlock
11
bitch.
force damage, no push.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for not pushing it.
Second one,
Further and further from you.
28, and
Let's
that is
go.
for 14 force damage, no push.
Okay. It remains up, but barely.
I'm going to take my movement to go back to towards the brawl.
Okay, Jacob, you're up.
Away from all these dead bodies, though.
All right. I switched my longbow for this guy. How far is the? I think we made enough. No, I've been making noise here.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna stick with the scatter gun. Wait, Selena, are you on the ground or are you just like on the tag next to me? Use her as a rest for the gun.
Okay.
I don't think we've reached that stage in our relationship yet. Get a few more hours of Fury Road before we do that.
All right. This will be not advantage or anything. Is this my long range?
It is, yes.
Outside of 30.
So you have advantage on the
What?
attack, though. Make sure you use
But
the
I-
long range feature.
Yes. I remember. Okay. And you know what? I'm going to use sharpshooter. Feet.
So -5 to this total. That's a 17 to hit. That hits.
Sweet.
Roll damage. Plus 10. $16 points of damage. You kill the white. It had 3 hit points.
Yay!
And as that happens, as your scattergun shot shreds that remaining white, that is the end of combat.
I have like the quickest TLDR. What happened?
It's only been this fight.
Okay, so just found him out in the open.
He came up
murdered the guy.
in the middle of the fight.
I just
Yep.
walked over a hill.
He came from like the
Got it.
northeast.
He had been chasing, he'd been heading toward the sound of the explosion and the smoke from the campfire when the fight started, and he just booked it over the hill.
Got
And
it.
then
And it just
came in,
ran right in.
blasted the Minotaur skeleton. He's wearing Serisian garb, so we were like, yeah, he's probably a friend.
Gotcha.
Scalda will fly back over.
Scalda did some holy shit, some holy looking
Of
shit.
course I did.
Concentration.
Gotta blinded me a little bit. Does that mean to like kind of put my face,
Oh.
my hand in front of my eyes? It's a little bright.
I can end the fire shield, but I'm pretty sure when the Mace of Disruption is out, it actually is brighter than the fire shield. It's 20 feet bright, 20 feet dim.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'll
It's
deal with
even brighter.
I don't know
it.
how to
Just-
get rid of
yeah,
that
okay.
circle.
I got you.
Okay.
Scalda will tuck her mace away so she stops glowing. Does anyone need some healing? It's not really my specialty, but I can do a little bit.
I would have saw Selena try to do a medicine check on herself, right? Or like check her, like examine
So,
herself or something.
so Ren and Selena both have wounds, and you can all see the blood is doing weird shit coming out of their wounds.
Shit. You guys look sick. Here, I'll find out what's wrong with you. And I'm gonna cast Detect Poison Disease.
Ooh.
Okay, as you cast, what does that look like?
You gotta taste it, right?
Little flavor.
No, that sounds like I would
Just take
get
a little
sick
dab.
immediately. Just immediately.
Fingers.
I think
Yep,
I just
that's
take a
poison.
sniff. Just take a quick sniff. Like take some of the blood off of Selena. Oh, she cleaned it. Some of the blood off the ground and then I'll go up to Red and just wipe some off of his face and sniff it right away. Sorry.
Oh,
Pardon me.
okay. Is this what people normally do?
The
Just try to find out
olfactory
what's wrong with you.
symptoms are not insignificant. I can't remember. I'm trying to think of what it is.
I'll tell you in a moment.
I know it's something.
It takes a moment as you're concentrating on the spell.
Just too much oxygen.
You understand. Let me just say, over the table, that was a really bad luck on the D100 roll.
Oh no.
I love hearing that.
Your detect poison and disease tells you, Jacob, that Ren and Selena have contracted the burning blood disease.
Oh.
Hemocardiphage.
Alley.
It is a disease that is thought to be divine in origin and has been around for thousands of years. Everyone has heard of it, though it hasn't been seen for quite a long time. The symptoms include blood that bubbles and boils, and fever that worsens much nearer sources of heat. Eventually, as the disease continues, steam begins to bleed from the pores, and a person's veins will glow faintly red or blue, and then rupture. Victims will inevitably and eventually combust from within. First the lungs, and then the heart.
Nice.
Any idea about a cure?
Well, roll, not off that detect disease.
Can I once I have the disease name along with the symptoms, can I roll a medicine check?
Yeah, roll medicine check.
Arcana.
You can roll an Arcana check.
To be fair, we do have those vials of resto in a pinch. Ooh,
23
good roll.
on the
Whoever rolled
Arcana.
that.
I do have 2 greater restoration.
It's
potions.
a 25 on the medicine for Selena.
Okay.
Great.
With an Arcana, Ren, you understand what is happening with the burning blood disease and why it is so dangerous. What is happening is literally the H2O, the water within someone's bloodstream, is disassociating, becoming oxygen and hydrogen, while still within the person. And the magical instability from whatever the disease is catalyzes the split, and
It's basically nuclear fission inside your bloodstream.
Ooh, yes.
It definitely it turns the victim into a walking alchemical time bomb. usually only
Nice.
affecting themselves. With a medicine of 23, there's a few
25.
ways. Sorry, with a 25, there are very few methods of curing the burning blood. They've only been discovered within the last 1,000 years, as it was once thought that this disease was a death ticket. It was a divinely gifted disease from Velisco, the god of disease himself, and they thought it was literally just his choosing of people to die, and that was the end of them. But, alchemical stabilization is one of the only ways to actually cure the burning blood at the beginning. And the only real way to do that is with a tonic of elemental cohesion, which is an alchemical mixture made either from drawing from the elemental plane of water or by harvesting a water core from a water elemental.
That sounds hard.
Or
Is there an
this
or?
great restoration potion that we have.
Does the greater restoration potion do
A
it?
greater,
Or are we-
with a
are we-
25 on medicine, greater restoration is ineffective.
Oh,
It is
no.
not curing an ailment. The disease is
Oh.
not just a curse or a disease. It is elemental disintegration.
It is
We need to-
advanced. Oh shit.
This is real bad shit. Okay.
Can I just show up, kill a minotaur?
Do we
then
have a
kill Ren?
way and me, thanks. Do we have a way to access, I mean,
Do we even know whereabouts these parts we'd find water elemental?
Water
mean, the
elemental.
best way to-
Probably.
the best way to find one would be to fucking summon one, I'd think.
That would be the best way. It would be a surefire way to
I
find
don't-
a water elemental.
I don't have a way to do that, I don't think.
Hold
But-
on. It'd be just my luck not to take that spell. Hold on. Are we sharing this information amongst the group?
One assumes.
Selena will very just sort of flat affect, deadpan, just no emotion on her face, relate all of the details about the burning blood, just completely like somebody reciting a paragraph from a medical textbook, and just no emotion at all, just completely flat delivery.
Within, so you
And
know,
when she gets to the part where a potion of greater restoration would be ineffective, she stops and laughs, and then clears her throat and says, "If we can summon a water elemental, I have the kit, I have the tools that I could use to do the alchemical distillation if I am still cogent and functioning by the time we get one."
You know that you have 4 days before the alchemical destabilization gets to the point where you are feverish and unconscious most of the time. A week is generally how long it takes someone to eventually combust.
Is there any palliative measures that could potentially extend the timeline? Like an ice water bath?
Wind magic, actually.
Wind magic.
Gust of wind, control weather, any spells that create vacuums or enormous amounts of wind can pull the gases out of the pores before they pool in the body. Also, high altitude
If we
is
do
a
that
good way to survive.
intervention wise, like okay, we're not fucked. I might have to pray for a miracle.
We're fucked.
You said high altitude can hold off.
It can slow
The thinning of the air.
process.
When you get in high enough altitudes, the air is thinner,
How long you
and
gonna be
that
there?
There is also, with the high arcana, Ren, you would know that submerging someone in dense water, where the pressure is greater, will keep, temporarily, the gases from destabilizing entirely. But then the problem is you're underwater.
With a
Sorry, Eki, you said
23,
gust of wind, right?
A gust of wind can do it, yeah. It requires a lot of it.
it would require a lot of gust of wind. Yeah.
with a
Which is a lot.
23, can I assume that maybe finding a water elemental? We are close to the shore, correct? If we follow the river.
You are. The Bay of Toil is very close.
Is there any possible way we could follow the river to a water source that might potentially have a water elemental that we can attract?
Water elementals, you mean inland?
No. Out towards the ocean.
There are definitely water elementals in the ocean.
Okay.
But in terms of locating them or luring them, I don't know that we have the ability to do that unless somebody has a summoning spell.
Did we
Echo, I
level
sent
up?
you a
Oh,
DM.
Uh,
Yeah,
Can you look
we've
at
just
it?
got to
I mean-
level up some. I mean, in the next 4 days before I die. Like, if
I mean, the closer we are to a water elemental, the we can workshop and figure this out.
if you can cast a gust of wind, maybe, but like if we could work together, I could try to infuse an item and make like a bellows or something together.
Echo,
I don't
did you
know.
see my DM?
No.
Can you look at that, please? Not the first part. I know the first part won't work anymore. The second one I sent you.
Yep.
I could try that.
You can try that.
Okay. So. Fuck. Guys are in
Man, that
trouble
was
already.
the worst D100 roll you could have had. I swear to God. I'm sorry, guys.
I can't make any guarantees, but I can try something. I could try pleading with the Ember to help us in this situation. Give me the magic to do the wind that might help you since we're in the early parts of your sickness.
Is this
Well,
going to
I can
cure
ask.
us?
I can ask. Did you say, Selena, if the wind intervention is early enough, it can cure you, or is it just going to
It's a palliative
hold it
measure.
back?
It
That's something,
would
isn't
buy
it?
us,
It's going to give us more time.
it would buy us more time. It's a palliative
I
measure
think that's worth
only.
asking.
What we need a water elemental for the cure.
Or
So why are
you
we
need a water
delaying?
elemental core, which is the heart of a
Right.
water elemental.
Which is
Right.
what the water elemental's for.
I don't know why
Yeah.
we're focusing on a temporary fix when the fix
Sorry,
is just
I
downriver.
wanted to give you more days to try to find the cure.
Because finding a fucking water elemental in the entire ocean is not something that we can do automatically just by getting there. That's why.
Better shot.
Palliative care will extend the time that we are alive, which will extend the time that we have to try to solve the problem.
Roll me a history check. Anybody who's native to Ceres.
Okay.
I'm native, but got a +0. I rolled a 14. That's pretty good for me.
$22.
Selena, you know, which I guess it makes sense that you would know this. Water elemental cores are not actually that rare a spell component. They are frequently used for ritual magic, particularly for naval vessels, ships, and also like navigation through waters. You might be able to find one if you happen to find
A naval supply cache.
a naval supply cache, a dock, a
We have ships
A
offshore
ship?
we could radio.
We could. We get on the
We might be able to make contact with them. They might have an extra one. We should just ask if they have it in the first place so we don't waste their time if they don't.
If they don't have it, it's not a bad idea. It's certainly they're used commonly, so even if they don't have it, they might be able to direct us where to look and how far to go.
In the meantime, I can get your palliative treatment. I can try. I can't guarantee I'll get it, but it's more than nothing, right? Trying.
Well, you know I don't have much truck with faith healing as a general principle, but I
Does
would
change your mind
appreciate.
if it happened?
Would it change my mind?
Would it help?
It would keep me alive for the potential for further persuasion. How about that?
Sounds good to me. Oh, who is this guy?
Oh, hey, I'm Jake.
Hi. Where'd you stumble out from?
I'm dying. Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
I'm dying.
yeah. Sorry, real sorry about that.
Don't
I was with
apologize.
another.
It's,
Oh, okay. It's weird to say. I was in another platoon and we were scouting and we got ambushed. And I was the only one to make it out. So I've just been wandering and
Oh, I know that feeling.
not to like kill the vibe, but there was food somewhere, yes?
Mentioned. Well, we can do that first, I
Ricky
suppose.
hears that. I'll start going through rations.
Echo sent you another message. Could you?
Moment, please.
Appreciate those. I was a little out of it, but I appreciate that there was some real timely scatter shot.
Yeah,
So,
about
thank you for
that other guy over there that I sprayed the blood on and infected. My bad. So, my bad.
Yep.
Alright, well, let's try to call into the naval ships. Let's see what we can do first.
Yes,
first.
please
We gotta secure for
do
this.
that right away.
I am really adept at navigating on the coast. We get over there.
I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation and clean off red like I cleaned off myself.
Yep, you
Just-
do so.
Just
What
out
am I
of a
asking
need
for?
to
Water
feel like
ele-
I'm doing something. Water
What am I
elemental core.
asking for? Water elemental
Water
core.
elemental core.
2 of them. Like, do we need half of one? Locations. Alright, I got it.
That's true. Is
You'll
it one
need-
each? That's a
You're
big
gonna
deal.
need one per ritual. You know that.
Yeah,
Oh
we'll
my
need,
God.
we'll need to.
I mean, oh, Ember.
I get on the sending box.
Okay, so you hop in the Brahma. What do you say?
Yeah. Do I know, like, if there's a call to the ship? Like, is there a tag for the ship, or is it just the HQ?
You just have the HQ, but you can ask them to basically forward you.
Patch you through.
HQ, this is Razgar's Revenge coming in hot.
Go ahead there, Razgar's Revenge. We hear you. This is HQ, over.
We need to be patched over to the closest naval ship by Gorgonfeld. We got a request that might save some soldiers' lives. Over.
Acknowledge that. That'll be the SRN Bosco. What is the nature of your request?
Got some nasty disease infections, something that they need a water elemental core. A couple of them. We're on short time.
Burning blood.
Acknowledge. That sounds like the burning blood. Promptness is required. One moment. Passing you through. You
And
hear,
kinda give,
like, some-
shaky thumbs up to them, like, and like shoulder shrug, like maybe, yeah.
You kind of hear like some very passive, like woodwind music.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
good. They have a holding tone.
No, that doesn't happen. There's like a
No, but
pause.
it's funny.
This is Captain Detrissa of the Bosco. Who is this?
This is Zed with Razgar's Revenge, front Brahma pushing unit. We got a request for a couple of the water elemental hearts, something of that nature, burning
Four.
blood. Times of the essence.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh, good thing we got Mr. Handsome on the phone. If only it was a video
Nine.
call.
Ren
If
is
only
very
it was a
interested
video
in.
call.
Ren's very interested in this working. Can I have been like on like listening in and then give him a guidance for this?
No,
I rolled a dirty
Okay.
20.
I
it
just-
is only in his
Thought
head.
I'd
You
ask.
cannot hear shit.
Oh,
A dirty 20 to.
Dirty 20. Okay.
And I think I have something to bump up.
His
thought
charisma
the
works
sending-
even in his head.
I thought the sending
Hmm?
box was like a speaker, like
Nope.
everybody could
Dirty
hear it.
20.
Gotcha.
It lets you cast the sending spell with no limitation of words, but only to other sending boxes.
I see.
So a dirty 20 is the total?
Yes.
Acknowledged, Razgar's Revenge. How many water cores was that?
Guys, how many water cores do we need?
Two.
We need 2. 2 will save two souls right now. We're on a time crunch.
The closest drop point that we see on our map will be Fort Cudgel. You can head there. We will have water cores drop there promptly. From what I understand by records, however, Fort Cudgel was abandoned, so you might have to clear it out. Over.
That is greatly appreciated. We'll be on the way shortly. Appreciate the help.
Acknowledged. According to our records, you should head 8 degrees off course eastwards. It's probably going to take you a day.
Oh.
I'm like, just write this down. 8 degrees northwards. Not a day.
I got it. We're good. We're good.
Yeah.
Wait, can I come with you guys, by the way? Is that cool?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, I don't have the right to say yes, but they let me in, so I assume they'll let you in.
I was also the
I'll
last
give you
man
the finger.
standing.
Like, 1 second.
Ricky will look over you and just say, "Who's your god?"
God?
Our gods are. Don't worry
Yeah,
about
okay,
it.
I'm okay with him
he's,
coming.
He's good. Yeah,
He can come.
acknowledge. Roscoe, we're on the way. We'll be there in about a day.
Confirmed. Send word when you have it clear, and we will arrange for water cores to be sent to the Galder crate within that fort. That's the best we can do.
Greatly appreciated.
Kinda lied.
Over and out. All right. Fort Cudgel,
Oh.
about 8 degrees off their current course. Yeah, something about a crate. I don't remember what he said, but we'll find it. We got to just radio it in when we're close. Yeah, honestly, half of this crew is made up of survivors. You wearing our colors, you fight for the living. You're good in my book.
Sounds good.
Let's get some food going and let's start making haste on this. We got.
Yeah, but the food was really. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I'm not very talking.
yeah.
I'm very hungry. It's been many days. I just been eating random roots that I found underground. I don't know.
Oh,
Probably.
Ricky's so
I don't know.
upset. Ricky is like doing anything I can to try and find a meal.
I think I still have some wine in the alchemy jug.
That's
There's
about
booze.
as done as ever.
Yeah, it's not great, but it's wine.
Booze, yes.
And I won't be able to reset it to something else till dawn anyway, so you might as well.
My name Gorgonfell, am I right?
Still need to finish our long rest.
Yes, certainly. It sounds like our solution is only a day away. Is it even
Sounds
worth
like
the
it's-
palliative? Should I just keep that in my back pocket just in case?
Well,
But
the fever gets worse as it goes.
Mhm.
So the more time we have, I mean, I wouldn't say we need to go to extreme miracle effort as long as I'm still conscious and functional. But if we start, if the fever accelerates or if either of
Keep
us
in
get
mind.
sicker, yeah.
So this illness, and you know it, within the next 8 hours, you're going to start showing the effects of being poisoned. Within
So
the next
things
day,
start being
yeah,
at disadvantage, and it will create problems for example,
How-
doing the alchemy to turn the core into the cure.
like in 4
How
days,
much?
you will be unconscious, and that's
Yeah.
the pace.
How much does the palliative measure prolong
With
or
gust
push
of
it
wind.
away? Better. I can learn wind
depends how
roll.
good you roll.
Oh,
With
yeah.
with a powerful spell that can keep cycling the atmosphere and pulling the air out of the pores, it could delay things by as much as a week if the spell, well, if the
If
victim
it's actually
remains
able
within it
to be
effective. Yeah.
modified. Right. That's why I was wondering if there was a way that you and I could work together and maybe try to funnel your wind magic through a contraption of some sort. I
I
wish
need to get the wind magic first, is the thing, is what I would have to talk to
I
the
wish
Emperor
Bells were
about.
still here.
She sounded like a loser. I'm kidding.
She was a good engineer.
Can we do this while driving? It sounds like we
We have to finish resting.
We have to rest.
Oh,
I mean,
I got
all right.
no
Some of us
magic
are-
left. A lot of us were badly injured.
I could-
Cap.
If you gave me food, I could take watch and y'all could sleep. I'm good to go.
I'm also fine. She'll
That'd be
actually
appreciated.
start she'll drag corpses away from where they're sleeping so they're not amongst the dead body.
Yeah, you can do that.
She'll get all of them out of their sleeping spots.
Good call.
If you want to
The
watch with
smell.
me, Reed, was it?
This old cabbage smell is terrible.
You understand now that that smell is hydrogen.
Yeah, it's my blood.
It's literally the hydrogen mixed with some trace elements coming out of your blood.
And
Fucking
yeah, it was
nitrogen
Reed.
being a bitch.
Jacob Reed.
Jacob. Do you prefer Jacob? Jake? Reed?
Back
Mr.
home
Reed?
they call me Black Brand. You could just go with that, or Jake, or anything.
Jake Brand?
Jake Brand.
I don't like
Oh
that.
my
No,
God.
not that. Not that.
Blackjack?
Also, not that. I gave.
Let's
I
stick
like
with
both
Jake.
of my
Jake's
options. Sounds
probably-
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jake's good.
All right.
I'm
My name's
pretty solid
Selena.
with my-
I'm going to call you Stash.
Dang.
Also
It is an
acceptable.
impressive.
Also
It's an
acceptable.
impressive mustache. I will admit that.
Looks like that took some work.
Yep. Just been ran out of wax. Just been trying to find random things to curl it. Tree sap seems to be working okay, though it severed quite a few of them. Mustache hairs, but
I mean, clearly Zed's probably got some pomade. He doesn't keep that looking that sleek and clean without, some sort of product.
I might
Yeah.
might have a couple tricks up my sleeve,
I usually just
pomade
use
is one of them.
vegetation.
Ren-
One, yeah.
Ren wanders off to his bedroll and just goes back to sleep.
I'll be on watch with you, Jacob, if you don't mind.
Not
know.
his day, is it?
No, doesn't seem like it. I have something I can try for this watch. It'll only last for my watch, but I think it'll help. Skalda is going to cast Magic Circle.
Okay.
That's
Well, let me get the radius from Foundry in there.
Would you look at that?
Choose one of the
As-
following types of creatures: undead and
Turns-
fiends.
Okay. So
Turns out,
One or more undead and fiends. I don't think is going to be a problem. They can't willingly enter the circle by non-magical means.
well, lots of undead have Misty Step. As you create this magical circle, it slowly burns itself into the ground, as if a narrow fuse of flame just its way in a perfect circle surrounding the party. And as soon as the circle is complete, the entire ring just suddenly sends Surge a wall of fire that lasts for just a moment. And then it is burned and inscribed in the ground, glowing a gentle orange.
well, she does
that was
that.
pretty fucking cool. I can't even lie.
Well, she does that. I'm going to do that. Burn one of my ranger spell slots to do that primeval awareness thing. I know I'm going to sense undead within a mile, but
You
all
do
the
sense
other
undead.
stuff-
Everywhere.
You do sense a fiend.
Mm.
You do also sense a dragon.
I'll share that with Skalda. So, by the way, within a mile of us, there's definitely some undead, and there's a dragon and a fiend.
Oh.
Well, you don't know
Does it
how
say
many.
what type
You
of
don't.
dragon?
You don't know the numbers.
At least one. At least one. I know that much. There's at least one.
Right. That about tracks.
interesting
I'll
trying
be.
to go to sleep with
Knowing
the
you're dying.
impending knowledge of your own death. Yeah. I mean, mortality is always upon us. So you wouldn't think it would make that much of a difference. I mean, I could have died just now during the fight.
Right.
I could have died when he knocked me down. And I rolled over my own ass.
Before The rest of you go to sleep. I know that one. She gestures at Renar and is down for the count, it seems. But I just wanted to ask, since you didn't know about your friend, the one I did rights for, would you, any of you, be interested in rights if you passed?
Don't
Nah, I'm
care.
good.
Or you don't want it? Is that
Ricky
100%?
just glares at you.
Okay.
You can do
how
whatever
about
you want to with my body after I'm dead,
All right, so
Just
that's
throw,
because
one.
I
throw
won't
me in
be
the
in it.
trash. Just throw me in the trash. Burn me or something.
Is
I
that
don't
like a
know.
definitive no? You don't want an afterlife?
Pretty sure
I
my
don't believe
soul
I'd
is
get
owed
one.
to my patron, so
Okay, well, I got
I've been
Selena
calling
then.
in favors. She ain't cashing in yet, so assuming.
I just want to respect your wishes for your souls.
I got one life to live, and I'm spending it killing as many zombies as I can,
Goddamn right.
and keeping as many of the rest of you fucks alive as I can. And afterlife don't concern me none, because I don't think one's coming.
Well, I don't know if it's so bad to hedge your bets. You know,
You can do
like,
whatever
You're
you
in,
want.
Aaron?
I mean, if
I won't.
it's
I
the
won't be
thing,
bothered.
It's definitely a thing.
Look, I mean, if it does nothing, then it won't be no different than if you didn't do it. So,
Exactly.
You're not wrong.
Hard pass.
Oh, so no. Okay, gotcha. So Aaron and Selena, got it. I'll ask
You
around
know-
later, I suppose.
There's lots of powerful entities out there.
Mhm.
They got power. They don't need nothing from me to hold on to it.
be
On the
su-
contrary,
be super nice
Worship.
if they could just, you know, undo whatever the hell that zombie did to you.
Sure.
working on it.
Yeah, well, if that happened, if that just magically happened overnight, we could have another conversation. But it's not gonna, so. Good night,
Jimmy-
kids.
All right. Good night.
Good night, new friend.
Good night, new friend.
Me and Jacob.
Don't kill us in our sleep, new guy. Good night.
I'm
Work on
watching it.
I mean,
You're also
as
new
well.
guy.
Yes, yeah.
But I'm not
Yeah.
a new guy.
We met you.
Yeah.
I'm
we met
more
you 3 hours ago.
trustworthy.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that.
Oh, did Ricky make us food to give us some temp HP?
Was there time?
No,
Yeah.
Heck.
you can
Yeah,
have
you see you got
rations,
some
but if
snacks.
you want temp
yeah.
HP, it's gonna have to be a cooked meal.
Yeah, Jacob, Ricky puts together just like I've worked really hard to try and make these rations look like they would be
Nice
tasty
presentation.
to eat. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
He's
hard
been
exactly.
eating roots.
Yeah.
He's been eating roots. Whatever you hand him, he's like, "This is amazing." Please.
It's
Gourmet
hard. It's
shit.
hardtack and dried meat, but it does the job.
It is
yeah.
still better than like chewing on bark.
Mhm.
I've got like a special like
I've
spice
definitely
kit and
tried.
stuff, so I like put a lot of salt on it for you. This
Yeah,
way
yeah.
it tastes. It doesn't taste, but it tastes better.
Yeah. Wait, it's a gourmet meal.
And Selena will give you whatever is left of the wine from the alchemy jug. So there's not that much because we were drinking out of it. But
It's fine.
If you soak it, it kind of softens a little bit, makes it easier to chew, easier on the molars. You know.
I'm already just ripping through.
All right.
Aggressively.
Hey, does this all mean like Aaron, like, so you know you're trying to sleep and Aaron's like, does this mean that like if you get hit too hard, you're just gonna pop?
yep,
Don't get hit.
just blow up.
Okay. Aaron like scoots her bedroll a little farther.
Yeah, I
away
did.
from Selena.
Basically, our blood is now a bomb.
Blood bump.
Not now, right? Like it just happened.
No, not now. It's just happening. We're not all the way to bombs yet.
Can you like let it off slow, like a cigarette?
Fuck.
That's what the wind magic is supposed to be for.
Oh.
Mhm.
But without the fire part.
Without the fire part, because actually they call it the burning blood, but that's well, never mind. I'm gonna go to sleep.
Yeah,
All
we're
right.
gonna fall
Supposedly.
asleep.
Huh? What'd you say, Stash?
Go to sleep.
Bitch, I swear, I will show you the new end of that gun.
Yeah, she ain't the
The
one.
dude.
If
There's a.
I can give you one recommendation, Jake, she ain't the one.
Well, neither am I.
We'll find out.
Yeah, sounds fun.
As you resume your long rest. Hold on. The watch passes without any further incident.
Can I do something
Probably.
on that watch?
I might
Great.
ask her a question on that watch too.
Sure. Start.
Hmm?
You can go first.
Oh. Complete just small talk question here. You ever hear the name Phelan Seaborn by chance?
Phelan? Have
Phelan Seaborn.
I echo?
Roll history at disadvantage.
4.
No.
Sorry, I come from the south, if that helps.
No, it's fine.
Like southern Sarah's.
Nope. Just random question. Moving on.
Yeah, sure. This circle around us means undead can't enter unless they have teleportation magic, and even then it's not a guarantee. So, if you don't mind, I would like to have a talk with my god. If you could watch while I'm occupied, that'd be great.
Sure.
Thank you.
Jacob, you
I'm gonna
hear,
pray.
like, from the corner of the circle. Yeah, she seems crazy like that.
Pretends he doesn't hear it. He just pretends he doesn't hear it at this point.
Okay. You pray to your god. What do you say?
She will, get into her prayer positioning, however that looks, and she will
That's up to you what that
reach
looks
out.
like.
I'll figure it out. She'll
Okay.
reach out and she'll think, Ember, I know this is a big ask, but I humbly request maybe a miracle. If you'd listen to me. There's magic I know I could potentially learn. It's not to say that it isn't in your wheelhouse. I'm sure you can do anything you want to, but it's not fire, it's wind. Is there any way you could help me understand this magic so I can prolong the lives of my comrades? And maybe help them see the light at the same time.
Roll me a charisma plus proficiency check.
Okay. Pretty good. 20.
$22. A moment. As this prayer, this wish extends from you, the world stills. Pressure builds behind your eyes. In the dark, behind your thoughts, a voice exhales like breath across embers. Wind,
Mm-hmm.
you kneel before flame and ask for its rival. Do you not
Humbly
know
speaking.
what air is to fire? It is life. It is death. It is the choice between smoke and blaze. Many would call it betrayal. But I am not your mother. Excuse me. I am not my mother. I am the final ember. I burn at the end of things when wind howls and ash dances in the sky. Do not drift. Do not cool. Take the wind, but let it feed your fire. Let it rise with you or be devoured by it. And you feel a spark flares within you. The spell carves itself into your soul, not like ink, but like a brand. It whistles like wind through flame.
Can I take the spell?
It's burned into you.
Do I have to replace a spell on my list?
Yes.
Understood. Does it have to be equivalent, or is it any spell on my list?
Any spell.
Thank you.
And as that
Scalda will
intense
sag
moment,
with relief and just say thank you.
as the intense moment passes, Jacob, things have been weird for the last 10 seconds. While Scalda, like her eyes were closed and she was praying, you thought she was being immolated. A pillar of flame, like from underneath her, roaring up 10 feet into the sky. And then it's gone, and she's there, unharmed, seemingly cool to the touch. No smoke, nothing.
Is she like eyes closed?
No, not anymore.
When she finishes praying, she opens her eyes.
And I'm just looking at her slowly chewing beef. Just, you good?
Oh, yes, actually, I got the magic that I need to help them. At least for a little bit. It won't cure them, but it'll do something, and I think that's a miracle. Even if they don't.
All right, because you were on fire.
That's normal.
All right. Been a weird day. Been a weird
I
fucking
appreciate the way you take new information. There's so much mistrust in this group.
day. Oh, I don't trust anything.
Ah, at least you don't make it obvious. That's the
Well, that's
polite thing
good.
to do.
Good, I guess. All right, well, that was weird. I'm just gonna keep watching and eating this beef.
All right, if that's all that happens during your watch, it passes without incident. Everybody, you can hit the long rest button.
Woo!
Thank God I had no hit die left.
Well, not me. I wasn't resting, right?
You can hit long rest.
Oh,
He didn't
wait.
stay awake the whole night.
That's not what I wanted.
Is your mic away from your face, though? There you go.
Hopefully
Yep,
I'm
better.
audible now. Okay, good.
You are indeed.
Ready to rock.
Okay, so as you guys have spent the night, you have recovered, and, well, hopefully you have a
Gonna
plan. What do you
turn-
guys do?
8 degrees and head towards that fort.
Well, first and foremost,
Let's get the
Selena, Ren, I have the magic to help you now. I was blessed with it. I don't know
She's starting
how.
on fire.
I don't know how it will help, but I trust you know.
Well, what we would need to do is figure out how to apply your magic in essentially an extended blast.
Closure.
Right.
Well.
To more or less continually push the gaseous invader out of our blood. So what I was thinking is if maybe I could finagle some kind of a contraption with you to see if we could make like a bellows. It's on theme for your whatever, right?
Sure. Certainly. I think we can respect that. Is
Uh,
that worth doing now before we head out? It will help keep your symptoms off.
Well, if I can do what I'm thinking, it should. There's no reason we can't do it in an ongoing way.
Ren and Selena, as you awaken, I need both of you to make a con save.
Uh-oh.
Natural 20.
Selena.
I'm just an 18.
Okay. The DC at this point was 16. So you both succeed. You both hurt. Your chest hurts. You have a headache. Your arms and legs feel as though you've been sleeping on them incorrectly, as if they were twisted behind you. The effects are not detrimental enough to hinder you.
Yet.
But it is not a good start. Considering how well you rolled, hopefully that applies some context here.
Yeah. So, what would we need to do mechanically to try to do the thing and apply her magic to us?
In order
right?
to
Essentially, what I was thinking I would do is I would try to jury rig something that would help, like artificer-wise, like a bellows, so that it would be just like an ongoing magic thing where you could just keep pumping it.
Well, the thing is that Wind Wall, which is the spell that the final Ember granted to Skalda, is a consistent relocation of air. Then in a blast strong enough to deflect projectiles. And it can be shaped in a way that, like, is in a circle or as a wall, and it's fairly limited as to how you can shape it. But the idea is that the wind wall's powerful gust is strong enough that it can siphon off the gaseous elements as they vent through the pores or the lungs of the infected, which would effectively reduce internal pressure and slow the inevitable combustion. What you know is that the infected must be conscious and able to breathe in order to be ventilated. The wind wall must pass through the space that the victims are occupying without causing them harm or knocking them prone. In order to withstand the rapid gas exchange without trauma, there's going to be Constitution saving throws. You might be able to craft a method that assists in breathing whilst within the wind wall to make the con save easier, or you might be able to create a funnel that localizes the wind wall into a specific part, basically. Like, not where you would breathe it, but where it would pass over your body. Each round of successful exposure to the wind wall will halt the disease's progression for a certain number of hours, and that will stack with further efforts.
Okay. So it sounds like it might actually be better if I were to build some kind of a brace that Renarin and I could use to help with our con save.
Or a breather. Something that will help us breathe.
It's up to you guys how you handle this.
Right. So what I have my Tinker's tools, and I have my right tool for the job thing so that I could make something else.
Yeah.
But in terms of other, like, raw materials,
there are spare armor plates for the hull.
Yeah. So I was thinking I could take like a spare armor plate and build some kind of a brace. To basically let us strap in and hold us in place so that we don't fall over and take damage from the wind.
So, as a warning, you know that the risks of this process firstly, if you fail con saves, there's a chance that you could cough violently during the wind wall, which would make you take damage and potentially rupture capillaries from the pressure.
Mhm.
The other is you might risk permanent lung scarring, which might reduce your constitution score.
There is spare tubing in the Brahma. For
like
breathing
intubation.
apparatus, potentially.
What a horrible... Jesus Christ. Yeah, that would work.
So you can
That's
breathe
horrible.
normally without being buffeted by the intensity of the wind.
Intubation
This whole
would
process will
prevent
only
that.
take 2 minutes at the very least after it's built. That's all I can do it for.
Sure, but it is medically risky to intubate, particularly in a field dressing situation, with which Selena is extremely familiar. And kind of is part of how we got into this mess in the first place. It's just like
Thing
there's
you're
a
a
lot
combat
of
medic.
hazard. Yeah, I'm a combat medic operating on myself.
Zed, as they're having this conversation, you hear a voice that doesn't often pop up. You care for them, yeah?
I do. I do deeply.
You might, just as a suggestion, assist them by aligning them to the world of law, as this disease is innately chaos.
How do I do that?
It's in your blood. It comes from you. The gifts that I haven't given you.
Restore of order.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that takes, I'm willing to do.
Good boy.
Ooh, you got good boy.
Kind of nods his head in like obedience. And graciousness. He eats his ego on that one.
You just call me Neith.
I will.
Could we be moving while we prepare this?
It depends on how long it's going to take for you.
To do the build, that depends on what I'm building. I don't think I want to intubate us. I just that feels more risky to me than building. Shoot.
Go ahead, dude.
I don't know. I mean, she gave me a hint. I don't really know what that means. I know I've done things like restore balance and stuff like that, and that's kind of where I go with that. I can even do the Bastion of Law, but like mechanically speaking, I'm not quite sure where to move with that information she gave me.
It's in your blood.
Lead on them.
Just,
And take a sip.
Okay.
Do you want an intelligence check, Zed?
Yeah, I do. I
Go ahead.
personally
Roll an intelligence check.
This
gonna
quick
douche.
love of God help.
Or you can just spend an inspiration, and I can give you a clearer clue.
I have half of an inspiration. Okay. You gave me
Is that
half.
good enough?
Sure, I'll take a half inspiration.
I knew it would come in handy. You didn't want to give it at first, but I knew it would come in handy.
You spend half an inspiration?
Yeah.
You know their infection is in their blood. And your blood, it has an element of law to it. Their blood is an element of chaos. A transfusion might be what she's hinting at.
I'm a genius.
Yeah.
So, this is gonna sound crazy. I think I need to get my blood inside of you.
That is a very interesting.
Deadpan says, "Let's do it."
Okay.
Okay. No explanation.
Hope you're the same
Got
blood
it.
type.
I don't give.
You have faith.
Ricky just looks over to Jacob and says, "Welcome to the team."
Was that? I'm just checking. That was not a proposition, right?
It sounded. I thought it was a proposition of some
No,
kind.
it was definitely a proposition. I'm not going to force my blood into you. I wouldn't even know how to force my blood into you
Ooh.
besides
I can
like,
think
just
of a way.
bleeding in your mouth.
Oh,
Yeah. So we've
You
got
guys-
tubing. We could do a
guys-
transfusion. That's what you're talking about.
And
okay.
you're
I
the
don't
medic.
know.
Do it to me.
Oh, transfusion.
Try
Good.
you first.
Yes.
You know, medically, I
have-
could see, since you are a changeling, I believe. Medically, I could
Yes.
see your blood is probably more adaptable than my grade A human. Nothing.
I don't.
To be fair,
I
if he
don't
ain't a
think that
changeling, he's
matters.
fucking white as hell.
Here's what
Okay,
I
nope.
know that
Everybody stop
happened
real quick.
yesterday.
Zed, go ahead.
Stop. You've seen my magic. My whole basis of my magic and my patron is restoring the balance and chaos, and vice versa. I think this will buy you some time at least. It's in me. It's
With
working at all times.
with your medicine check before, Selena, roll me a history check. As he
Okay.
mentions this.
Thank you for the intelligence check. I would have never thought transfusion.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Well, that's a 10.
You can flash a genius that.
I can
Yeah.
flash a genius. That would make it a 14.
Do you want to try that? Or do you want to inspire it?
I don't have another inspiration, so
I've got one if you want it.
if you're willing to
Take it.
give it up for me to know things, all
Yeah,
right,
why
I
not?
will reroll with her inspiration. Thank you.
Ricky's been raking them in from the player votes.
Yeah. Well, now if I flash a genius that, it's a 15. So let's do that.
15's good.
Pretty good.
15
Yeah.
was the DC, actually.
15 is better than a
Hey!
14.
It was.
I did. It was a team effort
That was the number I put in my head, and you got there.
to get
With a
the
15.
number.
You remember a detail from that same medical textbook you learned about the burning blood, and that is, throughout history, clockwork soul sorcerers have been immune to it.
Said you should have gotten bled on.
No thanks.
If anyone had
Um,
gotten bled on.
There is a natural immunity to the burning blood that comes to sorcerers of a certain bloodline, the clockwork soul sorcerer. It is immune to this disease. I don't know if that immunity would transfer entirely, but I can't see how it could hurt unless there's some other blood infection that happens from incompatible blood. But
Types don't
even
exist
if-
in Emerald.
My blood is constantly
This point,
chaos being restored on a nonstop basis. This adds up in my mind, and I'm not no doctor or anything, but
well,
it's track.
I think Renarin is a good test subject for this because I just the magical sense of your changeable blood and your changing blood, I like it. I'll try it. If you're willing, which it sounds like you both are. So let's get ourselves a clean surface and turn it into an operating table.
Just tell me what I
Well,
gotta do.
I can pull out the ammo
Takes his
rack.
shirt off.
That'll work.
Lay on the ammo rack.
Yeah, you, that's very scenic. You don't need to do that. I'm going to use your arm.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Quit
Yeah,
ruining
so
everything,
we'll-
Selena. God.
Ruining things is a professional hazard of the surgeon's work. Let's get you both
Hey, Ricky,
situated.
can you make breakfast while we're trying to bleed people?
I mean, like Ricky's immediately like getting stuff out and starting to cook stuff.
Oh, that reminds me. I can use my alchemy jug for water. And I will do that because
Or
it's
rubbing
very useful
alcohol.
to have.
Just gallons of it.
You know what? Rubbing alcohol is weirdly not on the list of things that I could do with an alchemy jug. It'd have to be beer or
But you
wine.
could do whatever you wanted.
No, there's
a
a list of-
any liquid.
No, there's a list of liquids that you can
I
pick
thought that
from.
was just for unimaginative people.
There's oil, there's water, there's mayonnaise, there's vinegar.
oil, water,
I'm so
mayonnaise.
glad mayonnaise
vinegar.
is on the fucking list.
It's for
Who are
when
the
you
band
need
aids?
sandwiches.
I need the mayonnaise.
So gross.
Oh, you tell me that jug can
We're
make
not-
mayo?
Yeah.
Yeah, it can, but I've never used it for that
Ooh.
because I have typically
There's better
preferred
stuff.
to have it make beer.
Seems
But
like
for
an
now,
opportunity missed right
Jug.
there. You know what we could
You
do
know-
with mayonnaise?
no one needs that much mayonnaise. Anyway, I have a
Slather it on.
transfusion to work.
Ricky is
Before-
horrified that you do not understand the importance of mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Like,
Mayonnaise
being-
is
Yeah,
fine.
Jacob,
in
think of me.
limit- in
He's got a
limited
cigarette.
quantity.
He's just like so many things with mayo, you know?
Why don't we just
Limited
go buy another
quantity.
jug and then make mayonnaise in that one?
You know what? I agree.
I don't
with you.
actually-
First time
I
since
made
I've
this
met-
jug. I could just make another one, but I'm not doing that right now. I'm doing this.
And make sure it's real mayonnaise, not that Miracle Whip.
Whoa, whoa!
Yeah, there's no
whoa,
miracles around here
whoa.
now.
Ain't no miracle.
Hold
That's
on.
I
Here.
Fuck
fucking
you guys.
hate relish so
This
much.
group,
Anyway,
this group seems to be making up of a tangy zip, and y'all don't want that Miracle Whip.
Oh
No,
my god.
it's awful.
what is happening right now? No. So
Echo,
I'm
please
assuming
hurt
that there's
us.
medicine checks for these transfusions with this
So-
with this tubing.
To do a blood transfusion is going to be.
I'm going to use the Tinker's tools to make. Sorry, I'll let you answer me.
You're going to use a healer's kit to do a blood
Healer's kit.
transfusion.
Okay.
Before we started, I'm gonna touch Ren's shoulder, and I'm gonna do Bastion of Law. Give him 2 points of warding. It's more symbolic, but you do have 2d8 you can reduce damage by.
When,
So if you
When
take damage
you-
from my wind wall,
when
you'll be
you
okay.
put your hand on my shoulder, I'll put like my hand on yours, kind of like as like a bro thing, right? And he'll do guidance to you just in case it's something involving a check.
Are they gonna hug?
And Bastion
I
of
think they're
Law.
gonna kiss.
You get this ward, so you feel that sensation kind of envelop your body. You know, my sensation enveloping your body.
Oh
Betty
yeah,
feels
the
so
heat
warm.
love's going
Betty
inside him.
feels so warm. Betty
Keep-
feels
keep
a solid
going.
warm.
Yeah, it's just getting
appreciate you
good.
Having a little faith in me. Let's get you fixed up.
Light
Alright,
up another
so-
cigarette.
I
Healer's
feel
kit,
so warm
right?
and tingly inside.
You're going to spend a charge of a healer's kit, and you're going to perform a medicine check.
Okay. So this will be okay. It's a good thing we have more healers kits because this one is running low. But medicine.
You also do not have to create the tubing for a transfusion. That is a thing that exists
Oh
in this
my
world in a
God.
healer's kit.
Yeah, that is not the role I want.
Who else got
flash it?
inspo? 'Cause I don't.
Okay, that is. Hold on. Zed, you take.
Does anybody have an inspo?
You're probably gonna
No.
die.
Okay.
Zed, you take
No, I'm
5
out.
points of piercing damage.
Yeah, I'm saving
Okay.
my inspo for a much more important role. He's just taking him.
That
Like
attempt
a fucking
fails,
raccoon.
Selena. You waste a
Motherfucker.
charge of the healer's kit, and you hurt Zed.
I'm sorry,
You
man.
can't find your veins; they're just in there. You know, if
just-
you did more push-ups,
Let
you'd be
me-
more muscular.
You know, I'm so skinny. I'm so lean. It's right there.
Is it the malnutrition?
I think she just
It's
went
you.
right through him.
He's only
Look,
working the
It's
glamour.
all the way to the other side of his arm.
I
Red
don't
sees
want
that.
I don't want to be a bitch about this, but I am literally experiencing pain in every part of my body right now. So let's try this again, and I will try not to stab you this time.
You want
Ren,
to
Ren,
Okay.
sees,
take a minute.
Ren,
We
Ren,
could get
go ahead.
some.
Ren
Rick-
sees that and just basically changeling shapes his arm to have better looking veins.
His
The
right
veins are
arm.
dominant.
His right arm is solid.
Vascular.
So
Just vein.
vascular right now.
So awkwardly, now your veins are glowing red, and you're not doing that.
Ooh.
Oh shit. Oh.
Can Ricky get some temp HP breakfast in everybody before the next attempt?
I'm not supposed to eat before surgery.
That's true. That's true.
It's true.
See, we could have used the
Okay,
mayo.
so you can
That's
try
just 'cause
again.
you might aspirate. You're supposed to stay awake for this.
Selena, you can try
Okay.
again. It's a medicine check with a healer's kit charge.
Okay.
Oh, so much
God.
That
better.
is so much better.
You catch your breath, you slow down.
Selena's just like,
and
fuck me. Let's try this again. I've done this so many times. It's ridiculous.
with the
Here
skill
we
of
go.
a physiker, the needle goes right into Zed's arm. You don't unstopper it yet because blood.
Blood.
You
Yeah.
start now. You look at Ren, and you have to install the needle in his arm.
Yeah.
Luckily, his glowing veins are lighting the
They're
way.
bright red.
I don't think that has any mechanical effect on
Roll
my
me.
roll.
No, it doesn't. Roll me a medicine check and spend another charge of a healer's kit.
Okay. There's 2 left to this healer's kit after this one.
We have
That's good.
so many
A good
healers
roll.
kit from the
All of
supply
you
crate.
hear, as
Thank God we
soon
did.
as the needle enters Ren's vein, you all hear like a strange pressured release of gas.
Hopefully, there's no backwash.
Once that's done, you place the tube onto Zed's
he's mean.
needle. You let it fill with Zed's blood, and then you connect it. It's only one way. The blood only goes from Zed to Ren. Zed, please roll me 2 of your hit dice.
What am I? I think they're D8s. It's a warlock. Do you want my sorcerer or my warlock?
I don't care.
Okay.
It's interesting.
I'm gonna give you one
Is
of
it-
each. A little bit of the,
Spice it up.
little 2-piece.
'Kay.
You know, 7.
7. Ren.
Hmm?
As the transfusion passes, it's the strangest sensation you've ever felt in your life. It's as though a cooling, calming energy washes where the needle pushes into your arm and spreads through your whole body. And every ache and pain that was filling you seems to mute. Slowly, but surely, one by one. And you feel a sense of relief, like as though an impending doom was just waylaid.
Mm-mm.
You have bought Ren 7 hours.
Hey.
Very nice.
Ugh.
So
Ready? Are we ready for the next step?
is that working?
I mean, I think we could even see it working if the light level of his veins is
The
going
veins
down.
actually like calm and no longer glow red. They seem to almost vanish.
That is a beautiful sight.
And
You
I'd
want some
say
of this,
that
Selena?
Just the
Good
way you
enough.
keep saying it. The way you keep saying it.
You want some of
I
this?
didn't even read it bad that time.
What did you say? I didn't hear it.
You
And
want
I feel
some
like
of
I looked
this?
down and I said,
You want some of You want some of his blood inside you?
Oh, you know I do. But let's tie this off. And I can try to. I don't want to take too much of your blood. You need that.
It helps. It helps. I'll get more
Yeah.
of it.
Okay. So I guess I will try to take some of his blood next.
Roll a medicine and spend a healer's kit charge on yourself.
Okay.
Hi, Silky.
Don't forget, we got like 8 healers kits from that supply crate.
Hey, look at that! Look at that!
Natural
Position
20.
heal myself.
Okay.
Okay.
You-
I have 1 healer's kit charge left in this
You-
box. Luckily, we have like a bunch more healer's kits in the Brahma.
You block the needle on Zed's arm. You remove the tube from Ren. You patch Ren's arm back closed. And you connect that tube to the needle that you've just installed in your own arm. Zed, I need you to spend another 2 hit dice.
Nice.
Selena, you feel vitality restore to yourself. You've been bought another 8 hours. It feels as though your very insides are refreshed from a spring shower. The pain subsides.
Selena will tie that off, and she'll start putting away all of the stuff, and she'll just lean over to Zed, and she'll whisper "thank you," and she's crying a little bit, but she's not going to admit that.
He's a little
Oh,
woozy. So he's like
Yeah,
a
he
little,
just gave up a lot of
Shrub.
blood.
How many hit
Well,
dice do you have left,
Definitely
Zed?
needs a cookie. He has half.
I have 4 more. So I used 4 out of 8.
Okay. Roll me a con save.
It's low. 11.
DC was 10. You're not exhausted.
Nice.
You are dizzy, but it'll when you eat something and drink something,
Yeah,
you'll feel a bit
let's
better.
get some food in this man.
Ricky,
Ricky, is it
survival
food?
check,
What do we...
please. Aaron is trying to help you. Let me roll a survival for
Aw.
Aaron to see how
Sous
she's
Chef
doing.
Aaron.
That's so cute.
She doesn't help. You don't have advantage. She
Aw.
sucks. She doesn't know
Can
what
I?
she's
Can
doing.
I help? Can I help? I was doing nothing there.
Absolutely. Well,
I love food.
what does it look like? What is Stash's? What is Jacob's
Roots.
assistance?
I'm
look
getting
like?
roots. There's some roots or something. We're finding.
Hey,
some
there's good
roots.
root vegetables. Yams, fantastic.
Could be looking for some yams. Could be looking
Roll
for some
survival.
yams out there. I'm actually
I
good
feel
at
like
that.
herbs may be more likely than yams.
Weird that the ranger's good at
but-
survival. Yeah, go ahead and roll that.
Shocking, but I'm probably gonna roll. I mean, that's not.
With a 23, you find
saw my
a
medicine
small wild pasture
Of yams?
Not yams. No, they wouldn't. They're not here. But you do find like 20, like a pasture, a small like grove that wild onions are growing in.
Yes,
Yes.
onion.
Nice.
I love onion.
So you come back with like 12 wild onions that are healthy.
I just planted a fuck ton of onions yesterday.
So go ahead and roll survival at advantage, Ricky, because you have been provided with some onions.
Okay, and you can, from like prepping the onions, like if one were to see Ricky, it would be hard to tell if I'm crying because I've been
Oh,
cutting
no.
onions, or I'm just so excited to have like this tasty food to cook with.
So beautiful. 2 15s.
Okay. Hold on. Goddamn. Okay. As the meal that Ricky prepares for breakfast, the smell of these wild onions, which are basically like yellow onions that are just like the simmering and the meat that's cooking along them, the smell is, it's flowing around the area and it is amazing. With what spices you have, from what Ash gave you, you happen to create a meal that, should anybody eat it, they gain 9 temporary hit points.
I'll take
Yay!
Was just what I needed.
it. Question: are we still doing the wind thing?
I think we bought us some time, but maybe later on.
I'll keep
Yeah,
it
I
in my back
think-
pocket then.
I think when we get
This should-
to our next camping ground, this
For lights out.
right.
Have them sit in a wind bath for like an hour, see how they're doing.
Well,
As long
I
as we
cast-
can manage it, it's
I
a
can
lot of
cast it
magic.
for a
and-
minute.
A minute, I meant, right? That's close.
Well, I can cast it. I have enough power to cast that twice.
All right.
2 minutes.
Assuming you don't need that magic for other things to keep us alive in the next.
That's okay. After
However.
a short rest, I'm pretty flush.
Selena, you're aware that if you're breathing a wind wall,
Yeah.
you don't want to be in it for longer than a minute. Like, you'll start suffocating.
Fair.
There will be no
That's a good
skin
point.
on your bones.
Yeah, don't need to be eviscerated by
All right,
wind.
we should head out then.
If she uses her spells, I can heal people too.
Oh, if I
That
do
is-
some damage at that point, yeah, I can heal minimally. It's not my strong point.
Okay.
We'll cross
I-
that bridge when we get to it, right?
I have a few spells too that I can bring to bear if we need them, assuming I'm upright.
I got a
and breathing.
I got a question.
Um,
You ever been in a Brahma, mister?
Jacob,
Yes.
Insight
are you
check.
lying? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
check. Natural 20.
Natural 2.
There, that's
Natural 3.
All right, roll the appropriate roll to me, please, there, Jacob.
I did 12.
All right. Ren and Zed and Aaron. Oh, all right.
I guess.
Scalda and
I
nope,
think it
just
might just be
Scalda.
me.
Yeah, I didn't roll. I was Pointing with
Scalda
Yeah,
will
Scalda,
look.
you're very convinced he's full shit.
Scalda will look at Jacob, and when she catches his eye, she'll just wink, but she won't say anything.
All right, well, okay. I'm gunning.
Does anyone mind if I ride outside? I think I'll be more useful out there.
I'm gonna do that too.
Sure.
Yeah, I can drive. You can have either Ren, Selena on the spotter scope.
I actually think the ranger might be really good on the scope.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
that sounds
What's that?
wise.
Yeah, how's your
I'm gonna
eyesight?
whisper. I'm real good. I'm gonna whisper to Scalda. How does that work?
How does what work? You look through a scope.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. Sure, definitely can.
Oh my god.
Seems convincing to me. Sounds good.
Real
Expert
quick before
Brahma.
we go, anybody, let's plot this out at least, so I have a general idea of where I'm going, and take out the map.
Ranger.
Get out
Yeah.
the map.
So,
Sure you
fun
know
fact
where-
about my character is we cannot become lost by non-magical means at this point, as a group.
Nice.
Yay!
Should help.
So-
So where is 8 degrees off course? Fort
8 degrees
Cudgel, was
off
it?
course.
So it
Cudgel.
is. So basically, it's instead of going the flat course that you were going straight to Gorgonfell, it's basically entirely up a hill, in the same direction. It's you're going up inland, just a bit north, and then you're going to resume the same direction toward Gorgonfell. Fort Cudgel, you see on the map, is marked as a training fort, specifically for cavalry. It has on the map, like, it's marked as basically vacant, as derelict, so no one has been there for at least 10 years.
So it's probably crawling with zombies.
Probably.
I can only hope.
But
I'll start
apparently
heading that
there is
direction.
a Galder's Crate in that outpost, which those of you who are proficient in Arcana know that a Galder's Crate is an object that lets you teleport an object from one Galder's Crate to another.
Oh, it's like
Oh,
Galder's
okay.
speedy courier.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hooray!
Just a permanent one.
That's neat.
So that's how they're getting it to us.
Yeah.
I'll start heading that direction. Just keep me on track.
Okay.
Jake.
Jake, as you're in the
Alright.
spotter scope, I need you to roll me a perception check with advantage.
Nice.
Wow.
He's
Wonderful.
never been in a Brahma before.
So,
Nice.
as you
Clearly.
sit
How does
down
this scope work?
in the seat, and you see there's like these glass blocks in the hull in front of you, and there is this small, like, swiveling, like, brass eyepiece in front of them, and you you move the brass eyepiece to the side, and you're like peering out the glass blocks, and you can't see shit. Zed, you're in the driver's seat, like, next to him, and you see him, like, squinting his eyes as he looks through the glass blocks, just clearly missing the scope right in front of him.
Kind of just like as driving, just point right at where you're supposed to look through.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah.
Might be. a
I
different
drove.
model
It was
than
a.
used
Yeah.
to.
It was a different. It was a different
Yeah,
model.
I-
It was an older. It was. I had an older model, and
I opened the little
Yeah.
cover on it. So
Oh
the
my
lens
God,
cover. You
it's
open the lens cover. Yeah. We didn't have the lens cover on
Yeah.
mine. You know,
It was actually a
uh,
Brahmo. It was a Brahmo.
Yeah, it was a Brahmo. It was Brahmo. It was Ford
God.
baited. It was bad.
there you go.
You killed Echo with that one.
Fuck. Okay. As you guys resume your journey and you begin climbing the hill up towards Fort Cudgel, that is where we will end tonight's session. Goodness gracious.
All of us are still alive.
You all made
Currently.
it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone, please welcome Rise and Jacob Reed to the
Hey,
crew.
I like this
Why-
order. I like this order. It kind of looks like one of those old military photos where everybody's hanging off the tank. You know?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be a great art if I could art it, but who knows?
I tried to put you guys vaguely where you'd be on the Brahma, and obviously I
Yeah.
can't have the left side, so Ricky, you're just next to it. Yeah. You jump off to attack things anyway.
I wrote down one note the entire time. I literally wrote down alchemy jug of mayonnaise.
Oh,
I want to not
He was
forget
on
it for
it.
later.
All right.
I want to not
Yeah.
forget it for later. We're coming back to the mayo.
So Rise is doing the next recap then? Yeah.
Oh,
Mayonnaise.
absolutely. Yeah, that's it. The recap is alchemy jug of mayo. That's what we got.
Perfect.
Point of order.
That's all that happened.
All right.
And the Ford scope.
Didn't even happen. We were just stupid about it.
Thank you guys for playing with me tonight. I hope you guys had a good time. Jesus, you rolled the burning blood. Like
I feel like I
Oh.
listened to the burning blood come up from nothing, and I listened to that relatively recently, which is making this funnier. I mean, more terrible.
it is terrible. Anyway, horrible way to go. As we come to the end of the session, I want to give you guys an opportunity to vote for each other for a point of inspiration. And so we're going to start at the bottom. Sal, who did something that you liked?
Ah, man. Like, everyone did something I liked this session. There was a lot of great things that happened. But when Dooch said that he needed to put his blood inside of us, I think that
Also
like blew away any other thing that I could have voted for. So that has to be my vote for
He
tonight.
doesn't know what a fucking transfusion is.
It was
I put
amazing.
my blood
It
in
was
you.
just so good, and there were several other things that were in my head that I was thinking maybe it'll be this, maybe it'll be that, but it was too funny. So that's my vote.
All right. Next, Rise.
Oh, it's going the blood inside of you. The 100,000%. I can't remember the second statement. It was like you want some of this or something like that. I
Yes,
can't
you
remember
want
that.
some of this?
I
That
think
was
that's
also
the one that
great.
got me. I think that's the one
Hot
that got me.
commodity.
So yeah, that was yeah.
Which is especially funny because sexually harassing Zed is like a hobby.
It is.
For
So he finally got to do it
half
to
of
others.
He
Yep.
meant it genuinely. Like, yeah, you want some blood? He's like an
Yeah.
oblivious, attractive
Oh,
man.
No, and she did want some blood because it was very helpful, but it was also really funny.
Okay, so next, Pen.
I think I'm gonna give it to our newcomer Rise. I liked his scope finagling. That was very funny.
That was very funny.
and rolling up and doing so much like 30. No, it was like 40 and then 30. So like 70 points of damage to this Minotaur.
and then 4 and
and-
8 afterwards. You know?
And then introducing himself by just going, "Hey," it was really cool.
All right.
Thanks for
Dooch.
joining this clusterfuck.
Yeah, welcome.
I have to give it to the class because he was so willing and so ready. I can only imagine that he's just the spoiled little rich kid that's like internally he's thinking, I can't explode. I can't let my blood
My
explode.
dad
Like
down.
I'm gonna let my whole family down. I can't do this.
Oh, it
Like,
wasn't that.
There's no way I'm just gonna spontaneously combust.
I can tell you his thought process, but it wasn't that. But I thank you.
That's what I imagined.
That was the vibe.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that was the vibe. Like, yep, just do it. Whatever it's gonna take. I'm not exploding.
I'm not dying here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Class. Who did something you liked?
It was a very small moment, but it was very profound, and it kind of plays on the last session. But when Ricky said, "Which god do you worship?"
None.
Okay, he's
He's good in my book.
That's so good.
That was a good moment for me. I
Okay.
enjoyed that one.
Last but not least, AJ.
I apologize for not writing this line down, Selena, but my vote is going to Selena for two reasons. One, just all of the like thinking through of the wind option and like really, I mean, I think like you as the player were enjoying coming up with a solution, but it fits the like class and everything. But you had some interaction with Scalda where you said basically like you can keep me alive so you can keep trying to get me to convert. It was like the line was much better than that, but that was a spectacular line.
Aw, thanks.
Okay. All right, Dooch. Vote came to you. You have earned a point of inspiration.
This also happened to Dooch when he showed up 2 hours late the other game.
Yep.
Like,
Well,
he
he
shows up
was only
and
an
says
hour
something
late
funny.
this game, so.
That's
Dooch
true.
comes in with the steel chair every time.
I don't know what
But
that
quantity,
means.
not quality, not quantity. You know.
Thank you all for playing with me. I hope you had a good time. To those of you who are at home or at work watching, hi Penn, hi class, hi Emily, hi AJ, hi everybody else. We love you all, and I wish you a good night.
All right.